The Burning Path. It is the 5th of the 3rd, 2026. Barry is not with us this evening, unfortunately. There's been a tragedy has occurred in his real life, so he won't be with us tonight. So we are adapting our scenario, and we're going to play slightly different characters, or at least Avery's going to play a slightly different character. Cinder is kind of slightly different, let's be fair. Um, What's that face for?
More than more than slightly. I mean,
More than
Sornal
slightly.
is slightly different. Cinder is like on another planet different, on another
Right,
plane of existence different.
right. That's appropriate. And Lissa is well, Christina's gonna play Lissa again anyway, so that works. Um, yes. So you want to start off on a Vain Gate, huh? Okay. So let us say that this is during the time that the army is amassing outside um the city. The Dagdagian army has arrived and they've set camp and all of that stuff. Um, Lissa, this is not long after, I suppose, your meetings that you had with what's his name, Vexel or something, the guy from the dungeon, the Barrack Isle wizard that you spoke with. Um, and yeah, Cinder, you are at the Daughters of Twilight, I assume. Um, although I'm going to make a suggestion here for Cinder. Um, that even the Daughters of Twilight, despite the fact that they probably do have some like tinkering forges and things, I don't think they have like real serious forges because they don't really forge stuff. Like I've never thought of it that way. Um, but
That would make sense. Yeah.
there is the Dwarven district, which is like an entire district of forges. Um, and of course you've got good old Drazael is one of your inroads there, and of course the daughters could easily point you to him or to any other of the dwarven forges. Um, Dwarven forges, it's such a cliche. Um, but yes, there's the dwarven district that is basically um, if you think of sort of narrow streets with lots of steps and stairs with high buildings around them and forges in the walls, if you like, built into the walls of the district. It's very sort of stacked and layered and
Mm.
three-dimensional. It's not so much
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a
yeah.
yeah,
It's kind of like
a
a
labyrinth.
geometric rabbit's warren.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, So yeah, there's a lot of wandering around. Anyway, so how do you reckon Cinder would fit into that?
He's probably just like there has to be when especially like so dwarves like money.
Hmm.
So there has to be somebody who's like make maybe it's like something Drizael organized through the Daughters of Twilight, but I figure that there has to be like just a smithing setup that fits the bill that he can just rent for a set period of time.
Right, right. So you're going to rent a forge. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, all right. So my initial the initially when you go to rent a forge, would you go to like Iolantha and say, "Hey, how do I rent a forge?" or something like
Hmm.
that? Like, who would you talk to?
I'd probably just like whoever is his like handler.
Handler,
Uh,
right?
basically like
Someone like Skylar or
yeah, so
any of the
just
other.
basically like Skylar explain what I need and basically just because he has no idea what the process is and he would feel really awkward being like, "Hey, head cleric, I need stuff." Um,
Right.
like you'd have to be a bit ballsy to do that anyway, and then you've got Cinder's entire situation to factor into that.
Okay, how about this? How about this? Why don't we start with you at the Daughters of Twilight. You know you've got to organize a forge, and Cinder's just not quite sure
Hmm.
how to go about all of this stuff. When Lissa arrives,
Hmm.
and the meta of the story is that Lissa can help him
Mm,
get into that situation.
yeah.
And so you can work
And is
together
this
to.
for like Alareska's gear or something
Uh,
else?
okay, if it's just generally for your own stuff or whatever, or just for prior to the Claresca thing,
Okay.
um, or do you
I'm,
do you want it to be for that? Which would
I
make sense
mean,
too. That makes sense.
I've got it.
Mm,
In order to really make Klareska's gear top end,
hmm.
he wants to forge a new set of tools for the Daughters of Twilight Smith to use.
Okay.
And he wants to make it really precise and just their forges aren't hot enough.
Right. Right. So, okay. So at this point, maybe you've been looking around. You've spent a couple
Mm,
of days scouting around Vane Gate, and you've been to the Dwarven district. You've seen
mm,
most of the forges, or at least a lot of them. And, there are some very skilled dwarves, and they've got
mm.
all the tools and all the things, but um, you're just not convinced that they can make a forge hot enough for what you
Mm,
want to do. Is that
I don't think it's that they. It's not about their. It's not about making the forge. For me, it's like Cinder wants to do it himself, and he's just kind of like he's dwarves are a bit gruff, and he doesn't want to start an international incident. So he's just kind of awkward about the whole thing. Like he's just like, okay, yes, those are dwarves. Yes, they have forges. I have no idea how to run one of these.
right? Because what I would like to do is have you guys together go and visit Drazael, for example,
Hmm.
and then have
Okay,
him
yeah,
help you out with the sort of scenario, if you like, or at least be a point of contact at the start.
hmm. That makes
Um,
sense.
so yeah, okay. So I'm assuming that. Let us assume that Skylar has noticed that you are looking for more forged details, more
Hmm.
stuff, more
Yeah.
knowledge on how you're going to go about this. You're doing
Hmm.
research.
Yeah.
Um, and so she comes to you, Lissa, and says to you that she has a contact named Drazael, who you may have heard of, who
Please
you
visit him.
you visited him, right? Um, and he may in fact have more and better contacts and knowledge that might be able to assist Cinder. If you could introduce Cinder to Drazael, that could be a way forward. As the Daughters of Twilight, yeah, they. Hmm, I think like most of the really good elven forged stuff is ancient, and a lot of their ways have been lost. Um, so they rely on ancient artifacts and they try not to break them. And then if they have to, they get the dwarves to fix them. I'm not seeing the elves being the primary or even the best forgers in the
Hmm.
world. Um, they're not bad, don't get me wrong, but
Oh no, but actually,
yeah,
that's another thing Cinder could be doing there. He could be looking at their gear and trying to reverse engineer some of their techniques to teach the current elves.
right, yeah, 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 that would make sense. Right. And there are probably books in their libraries too that you could be deciphering
Hmm. Hmm.
and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay. But you're still ultimately looking to rent a forge, right?
Yes, just because it's a
To
part of
make
it is it would be nice. Part of it is like the forge itself, and part of it is just not to have a watchdog on your shoulder while you work.
right, right, right. I mean, yeah. So one of the things that you will have noticed in the last few days with your own research is
Hmm.
that the forges in Vanegate are actually really busy at the moment.
Hmm.
There's a lot of military contracts being filled.
Hmm.
And so the costs of renting a forge are a bit higher than usual. And sometimes if people who want to do like single off, one-off orders and things, if you want to make a sword or something like that, that's sort of saying, well, you can do it, but you're going to have to do it between, you know, midnight and 3 a.m. kind of
Hmm.
that type of thing when it's closed and everybody else is in bed.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Um, so bloody blah. All right. So Skylar comes to you, Lissa, and she knocks on your door.
You
Dunk, dunk,
open
dunk,
it.
dunk, dunk. And she says, good evening, Lady Lissa.
Good
It's come.
evening.
It has come to my attention that Master Cinder is um, looking for some assistance with obtaining and otherwise fitting um, our new forge for the Daughters of Twilight and for our requirements, and also your own, from what I can tell. Um, it has occurred to me earlier this evening that perhaps Master Drazael would be of some assistance to him. And I know that you know Master Drazael, so I thought perhaps you might be able to introduce him if you would.
Yes, I can do that.
Very well. I thought it was a brilliant idea, and I hoped you would enjoy it. Um, yes. All right. If you need anything else, I suppose I'll be about. And
Okay.
she leaves you with that.
I put my cloak on and then I go find Cinder.
All right. Where do you find Cinder? Cinder? Where does she find Cinder?
Probably sitting in his room reading a book in the dark because it just wouldn't occur like
Why?
because he
Why
can
would
see
you?
in complete darkness.
Yeah.
It just doesn't occur to him to put lights on.
Right. Does he get cold? I'm not just curious. Like
He has cold resistance.
it's cold resistance, right?
I kind of feel like there's a certain love, like he's got fire resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance. I feel like there's a certain amount of numbness is just kind of set into him over the years.
Right, because he doesn't really feel the elements the way most people do.
I mean, he feels other things, but like
Hmm.
heat and like there's definitely like I think he's lost his sensitivity to actual feelings of heat and cold.
Right, right. Makes sense. Well, listen, you get to his door, but there's no light coming from underneath the door. Um, that may or may not be unusual to you. I don't know how well Lissa knows Cinder.
I think they've spent enough time together in Turagaio.
All right. All right. So you may be
Yeah.
well aware that he does this sort of thing, he doesn't really light up his room. He doesn't leave on lamps and things or candles. Um, so you probably just knock on the door, I suppose.
Yeah. Knock knock.
Enter.
Hey Cinder. I see you got the lights off again. You
I
always
do
seem to
not.
forget them.
I I do not require them. I do not see the point of igniting them and maintaining them when I do not need them. It is well enough for others' comfort. I shall set them. I shall light them for you.
Well, it
Just get.
helps to know that you're in there too.
You know thaumaturgy, do you? You just
Thaumaturgy won't actually light flames. It'll just let you change their colors.
Oh, really? That sucks.
You're thinking of prestidigitation.
All right.
But he just like takes out flint and steel and just like.
Okay.
Actually, I mean,
Well,
technically he could firebolt it, but I think that's a little overkill.
A little baby firebolt, like a yeah. I mean, flint and steel actually takes a while to get a
Hmm.
spark off. You could spend 5 minutes doing that. Um,
Okay, yeah, so he just like holds his hand out and just around the candle and just firebolts.
that makes sense, right? Okay. All right. So the candle ignites and the room fills up with a warm, soft, gentle glow. And now you can see I don't know, Cinder still, he's got his horns carved down, doesn't he? Down to,
Yeah, they're like really because they do need to be quite low in order just to get like a helmet on.
right, right. Okay. So yes, you see his shadow flickering up against the wall.
So how are you doing this evening?
I am fine, as you call it.
Is it evening or morning?
I was thinking it was early evening, but it could be anything. I don't really care.
Hmm. I have been researching the construction techniques of some of the ancient elven arms.
So you're still working on that? Well, I mean, know someone that may be able to help you with the forge situation. Would you
Oh,
be
that's
open to going out and meeting this person?
very well. I thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway, you need to get out more.
You are not the first to have said that. Very well. Please give me a moment to prepare.
Okay.
And
I
basically,
see.
so preparing is just like he's not going to put on his armor, but he does chuck some gear into a bag of holding in case he needs it.
Okay.
Um, and remind me, like walking around with any sort of sword in the city, is that like relatively common or a no-go?
If you're a noble walking around with a sword is perfectly fine. If you're a peasant, people will be like, "Why are you carrying a sword? It's too expensive for you."
Hmm.
So it's not uncommon. People carry swords, duels happen, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's yeah.
Um,
Drawing a sword on the street is a bit like drawing a gun on the street, though. You might be allowed to carry it, but drawing it's a whole other thing.
once you start swinging it at people, it's an issue. Yeah.
Right.
Uh, okay. Actually, you know what? He will like he's not heavily armored, but he does throw on his armor quickly and then just like put some not noble gear, but like he some I feel like somebody would have made him buy nice stuff to put over his gear just so he doesn't get stopped as often.
Right. I mean, yep. Yeah, that would make some sense. Yeah.
Okay. Like so he looks like he's got money and he's got a big sword on his back.
Okay.
And
All
he's
right.
going to use disguise self to make himself look human.
Okay. So he's pretty much the same features, just human though.
Mm.
He's
Basically,
not.
it's just like dialing the uncanny valley down.
Right. Okay. Okay, cool.
Um,
Why don't
the
you make a deception check?
uh, well, did that come up in the dice roller? I got a 17. I might have to
17?
reload, but I did get it. With a plus zero, I got a 17.
Okay. Uh, I D&D Beyond's being very weird at the moment, actually.
Well, the problem is if I loaded the page and then you added him to the campaign, yeah, I think that was it. Because like I have to reload. If you add him, I have to reload the page for it to register on my end that he's been added back.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Well,
I've done that
you
now.
got a 17. Okay. Cool, cool. So it's very good. You look like Superman. Excellent. Henry Cavill. I don't know, whoever the fuck you, whatever you want to do. All right, so you go heading off through the city. Yep.
Lissa,
The
please lead the
secret
way.
passage
Secret passage.
in his room. Avery's room. He was
Oh,
opening the
right.
door.
He's like, right,
Oh, right, right,
right,
right.
right.
It looks like a secret passage.
That totally makes sense. I was like confused between
See?
Cloak
the
of invisibility.
right, right, exactly. Okay. So you head off through the city and you go through the markets and what have you, and head down through the Drube and cross Raxtasis. You head in through the gates of Drovnor and up through Sylvia Shan to Thrasis, and you come upon in the distance you can hear laughing and singing and things coming from a tavern a few blocks away. They must be quite rowdy. You can hear them from here.
Wandered into these islands, they were often met with the
And secret tunnels opened again.
Uh,
Sorry, just a sec.
It's all right, we could talk about it.
Secret passage is open.
Yes. All the quasits coming.
Sorry, just give me a moment. I just need to do some tech support.
All right.
Quasits are coming in.
All right. The quasits are sneaking in through the back door. Okay.
All right, let me see.
Going.
Well, we get there
Okay,
eventually.
yeah, okay. So
I'm going to just chuck him on
turn it
mute.
on. Let me just.
So while you're walking along, anyway, there's this number of people selling things, the markets and what have you, and you see a few interesting items, tokens, and bits of jewelry and cloaks and things like that. Can you imagine anything that you might want to buy as you're wandering along?
Jewelry.
Hmm.
Alyssa likes jewelry.
Imagine she does. Imagine she does. Yeah. What about this one, love? It would look wonderful on you, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Why don't you try it on?
How about that one with sapphire?
Oh, that's a brilliant choice, madam. Brilliant choice. The sapphire. Oh, it goes with your eyes. I assume it goes with your eyes. Does it go with your eyes?
Yeah, I got blue eyes.
Okay. So she puts it over your head so that you can try it on. As you're doing that, you notice that this large, burly Goliath bodyguard is standing kind of just steps out behind you. He's not doing anything to you. He's just there to make sure you don't run off with that fucking sapphire. Right.
It's very pretty. How much is it?
Well, that one there, my love, that's a high quality sapphire you're looking at. It came all the way from Simba Khan by boat just 3 months back. I could do it for you because it looks so pretty with your eyes. He says, or she says, I think I could do it for you for, ooh, maybe 120 gold.
Cinder, what do you think of the sapphire?
It's a necklace with a sapphire.
Uh, so he's not a jeweler, but he is a metal worker. He would like to investigate to see what he thinks of the construction quality.
That's the international signal for roll the dice.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to roll. That's a 28.
28? Nah, you have no idea. Okay. It's high quality craftsmanship. It's pretty good. The sapphire itself is set more than adequately. You've seen better. You've seen better things set in the halls of Dagdagile's palace when you've been hanging around with Storm and what have you. But that being said, for something to be purchased on a street in Vane-Gate, it's immaculate. Very high quality, and 120 gold maybe is a little bit steep, but
Yeah.
if you consider all of the things, the factors, the distances, and that somebody's got to make a living,
Yeah.
it is still steep, but it's not like completely stupid.
Okay, so he looks at
like
it for a
to-
moment. Yep.
I like to look at it a little more to make sure it's a real sapphire.
Would you like to investigate it?
Yes.
23. Yeah, looks like a real sapphire to you.
So what were you gonna?
It does go nicely with her eyes, though, don't you think, sir?
It is quite well made for among what you see on Marketplace.
Oh, yes.
The price does feel somewhat high, but given the distance, I don't think it's unreasonable.
Well, I'll tell you what's kind, sir. I could make you an offer. I have some rubies here, and there's one of them that I think would go immaculately with your countenance. And she takes out a locket and shows you this locket that has this ruby set onto it. What do you think of that? Have a look at that. Hold it up to the light and see it sparkle.
He will follow instructions.
All right. Indeed, it sparkles, and if you want to, you can do another check against it to see if you think it's the thing.
33 this time.
It is an amazing ruby. In fact, it's it has a quality about it that you've not seen before. Like it's almost like it's got it's a very almost glows from the inside.
And what price were you asking for this one?
Well, here's the thing, love. She says, if you purchase both of these now, I would be happy to sell these both to you for 200 gold, which I think is very reasonable. And out of game, probably would be. You can make an investigation check,
Yeah.
though. You did do the 33,
Uh,
didn't you?
yeah, I did a 33. I think there's something odd about this ruby that I would like to look into. So I think Cinder thinks that's. I looked to Alyssa. I believe the price is perfectly reasonable. Did you want to get the sapphire?
Yes.
All
Very
right.
well then.
So you guys unload 200 gold pieces.
Probably in platinum.
Woof. Okay. 20 platinum pieces.
Hand over some money.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, and would you like me to wrap those up for you, or would you like to wear them?
I wear mine.
Oh, very nice. Now you be careful. There's all sorts of thieves and tricksters about the city on a night like this.
She tucks it down in the cloak,
You,
you know,
you
there
make
in the
sure
neck.
you make sure you're back behind closed doors before the midnight bell rings, right? I wouldn't trust the city on the streets after that time. Yeah.
Will do. Thank you for the advice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the guards thin out about then, says the Goliath standing behind you.
I kind of look up at him and I imagine it literally looking up at him.
Yeah.
I believe I'm able to take care of myself, but thank you for your concern.
Of course. All right. He shuffles out the way and lets you slip out of the stall. And you
Oh, look, the cave opened up more.
Cinder goes into another booth. He's buying some spare, I don't know.
Sorry, just helping connect headphones to something.
Oh, painful. Good luck. Yeah, I've got some Bluetooth headphones and I use them for my computer sometimes and sometimes for my phone. And every time you switch them, you've got to repair them. You know, I don't know if you've ever used Bluetooth much.
No,
It's,
yeah, I was
yeah.
using my Juicy Couture
Oh, yeah.
headphones for my
Oh,
phone, and I got lucky. They just connected right off.
nice.
Usually I have to fight with those juicies.
Wow. Fair enough. Hmm. All right. So you've got this
Pretty.
so
Sorry about that. It's
pretty neutral one.
Bluetooth is just kind of sometimes.
I know. Yeah.
Doing this number.
I was just saying
Yeah.
to Lissa, I've got these little headphones that are, Bluetooth, and if you move them from one device to the other, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so basically it's like it's my dad. He had the headphones on his phone.
Yeah.
Then he switched over to his tablet, but
Moving them
it
back.
only would do the audio on one or the other because it was I don't know. It's Bluetooth. The programming is not quite there yet, basically.
Yeah, which is surprising. It's been around for years.
I know. I think it's just not really a priority for the people doing it. Like they're like,
Yeah.
no, let's not. Let's. I think part of it is it's also like not just on the Bluetooth end. It's also on the like device end.
Right.
That's part of the problem.
Right. Yeah, probably in the Android, because Android's
Yeah,
open source, so it probably doesn't get as much attention.
Android is based on the Linux kernel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, which is open source.
Yeah, but the Linux does get a lot of attention. And there's so many companies making Android devices, you'd think that there would be more development on making the Bluetooth side of things more user friendly. But anyway,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yes. So, okay. So you leave the jewelers and
Mhm.
you're wandering along the street. You eventually get to Drazael's house. And you rock up to the front door. Cinder's never been here. Is that right?
Mhm. That's correct.
Right.
Okay. So Cinder, you know what you're looking at. You're looking at a gate basically, and this
Mhm.
slide opens, and there's about you have to look down to see the slide open, I suppose, for you especially because you're quite tall, aren't you?
Mhm.
Cinder's like 6 foot something.
I think he's just barely over 6 foot.
Is he? Okay. So he's not like. Sometimes I get it in my head that he's taller than that. Okay. All right. So this thing slides open and you can see these bushy eyebrows peering through and these sort of wide red dwarven eyes glare out at you. Who are you?
It's Lissa.
Lessa.
I
Do I
come to
know
see
Alyssa?
Giselle.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I'll be back. Leaves you there for a few.
goodness.
You hear footsteps wander away. They come back again. Lessa, who?
Lissa Manu. I've come here a few times to talk to him.
Gate opens. All right, come in then. Well, you got a
Thank
friend
you.
with you. Ah, you didn't say anything
Yes.
about that. Eh? Who's this?
This is Cinder.
All right then. Draziel's gonna kill me. All right, come in then, quickly, quickly, off the street.
Very well then.
You step into the courtyard and he closes the door, pushes the door back behind you, and slides the bolt across to secure it. And of course, there's the statue of Moradin just by the door inside a little um, stone bowl, if you like. And you see that there's it's not exactly a fountain. It's just a pool of water there. And you see there's coins in it. And this fellow stops there for a minute and watches you. Huh?
Coin in.
Cinder will throw a silver piece in.
Yeah, I
Ah,
drop a
yes.
coin in.
Very well. And he slinks past you and opens the door to the house. In you come.
Thank you.
Follow me
Thank
then.
you.
And he admits you into the house. It's quite a wide corridor. The ceiling's quite low, as you can imagine. And he closes the door behind you and leads you up the corridor past the kitchens and various rooms on either side. And you can smell pork cooking somewhere in the distance in the house and various herbs and spices. And as you get to the other end of the hallway, you sort of dogleg for a moment and come out to this balcony. And you find Drazael, who, of course, you know Lissa, but Cinder, you're meeting for the first time. He appears to be quite a noble-looking dwarf, um, despite his shaggy hair and his big beard, and he's got some grey streaks through his hair and beard. So you could sort of see that he's like clearly a middle-aged dwarf. He's not a young dwarf. What does Cinder know about the Banakaya?
Or I could do a history check for him.
Yeah, go on. That can be your baseline Banakaya knowledge check.
That's
Oops.
23.
Well, far out.
I mean, there are several dwarves at Turagail, so he's probably heard a few things from them.
Yeah. You've probably come across some books as well from time to time here and there. And maybe even the Barakyle might have kept some. I'm not sure why you would have been given those, to be fair, though, during that time. But okay, 23. All right, then.
Could have been in books on smithing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right. So the stuff that you would have learned, yeah, that does make sense. That's perfect, actually. Most excellent. All right. So Cinder, why don't you make a investigation check? Because I just think for some reason that you would be kind of looking at how the quality of everything that was around you, like all the objects and items and, you know, that kind of stuff.
It's a 23.
Another 23. I see we have a D&D Beyond
I'll try switching my dice.
thing happening here. Okay.
Because yeah, like sometimes the dice just get stuck.
Although you were rolling hard dice last night and you kept getting actual
Nat 20s.
nat 20s.
I got a couple of nat 1s though. I did get a couple of nat 1s.
Weird how it balances out like that. 23. Okay, yeah, everything in here seems to be pretty exceptional quality. It, in fact, in fact, Cinder, you recognize that some of the objects in this house that you've seen so far, maybe 2 or 3 objects that you've seen so far, and you have not seen much of this house. You've only seen one corridor, basically, and the balcony, and the front door. There's various regal dwarven symbols and marks that you don't expect to see on things that are just owned by commoners.
Interesting.
So in any case, yes, and Jaeger is at the other side of the balcony. As he does, he's actually sitting down, smoking a pipe at present. And the pair of them look up at you. Jaeger stands immediately and loosens his axe. And Drazael looks up. Lady Lissa, you've brought a friend. I was not expecting
forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness for coming unannounced.
you.
My friend here.
Suppose I can forgive you this one time.
My
but only
friend
just
here
this
is.
once. Your friend here, yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. My friend here is Cinder. Cinder at the Forge.
Cinder of the Forge. What kind of name is that?
I am a smith.
Well, I gathered that. You must be an impressive forge master then, if you have a title such as this. That is so, well, solidified that our dear Lady Lissy here is prepared to use it in public. Must be a thing.
I am moderately skilled.
Moderately skilled, eh? Were you looking for an apprenticeship for this lad, are you? I can get you an apprenticeship if you like. That shouldn't be too much trouble. Have you had any real experience?
I have made. I'm trying to think of what's a reasonable number of sort of a number of arms and armaments he could have made if he, given how much of a workaholic he is.
Hundreds.
I've made approaching 1,000 blades at this point.
Oh, 1,000 blades. I see, I see. You, in that span of a mortal life, impressive.
I am dedicated to the craft.
And who do you work for then, Cinder of the Forge? Are you working with the Empire?
Which empire?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Which empire? Well, I speak for Muldrea. See, that's where we are. I suppose I should use the correct term, the Protectorate.
I am not affiliated with any of the governance of the Muldreans, although some of my acquaintances are.
I see. 1,000 blades. And you have an example, perhaps? Anything I can have a look at?
He thinks for a moment, and decides that given Jurgen's the way Jurgen is acting, drawing the sword on his back's probably a bad idea. A moment, please.
Drawing it quickly would be a bad idea, definitely.
Okay, actually, you know what? So yeah, he will just like unsling it in the scabbard,
Yeah.
and just kind of like lay it down on the table and draw it halfway.
All right. Tell me about the sword again.
It's an adamantine flame tongue greatsword.
Wow. Okay. And you made it. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and
Does it have any magical bonuses?
it does, but it's from it's only a so it's a class feature, so it has a magical bonus when he uses it, but nobody else.
Right, okay.
But when he uses it, it functions like a defender greatsword.
Right.
Which means,
But Giselle won't be able to pick that up, will he?
no. He'd probably
Okay,
just be looking at pure craftsmanship. So,
okay.
you're looking at it's definitely like the smithing checks would be at least in the mid 30s for this, probably high 30s.
Hmm. I don't know if it still applies in D&D 5th edition, but in the old days, we used to play it that you could get like a +1 weapon from the quality of the weapon. Um,
I mean, you can absolutely add that as homebrew.
yeah. Um, mm, mm,
I've
hmm.
seen a number of people like add something like that, but
Yeah. Right. Well, Giselle looks at it and he says, "Do you mind if I?"
please go ahead.
All right. He stands and scoots around the table and he draws the sword all the way out. Ah, it's not that heavy, is it? Quite light. All things considered, bigger than I am.
It's a matter of the fullering. Is it out of game? Is it pronounced fuelering or foolering?
The fuller, which is the
Yeah, the
blood
fullering.
gutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a matter of how you address the fullering and distribute the weight.
Ah, yes. Well, you do know your craft, I admit. And you weren't just the apprentice on this work. You made this.
That is one of my pieces. Yes, it has my maker's mark on it.
So
Uh,
you have. He turns it over to see the maker's mark. This'll be you here then.
Correct.
I see. I'll remember that mark. He puts the tip on the ground and he spins it by the handle so that it just the handle's spinning like that, and he holds the handle as it spins. Very impressive. He walks
Thank
over
you.
to Jurgen with it, and he shows it to Jurgen, and you see Jurgen's eyes light up a little bit too.
Mm.
Sharp, very sharp. I see that. How did you get it so sharp? This is stink. That's not steel, is it?
Out of game, adamantine is black, and it's like a jet black, described as a jet black metal. So he would know
Okay.
it's not adamantine.
Okay. So
He would know it's not steel. He knows exactly what it is. I'm feeling like he's playing the fool a little bit.
might be.
No, it is not steel.
It's not cursed, is it? As black as night.
No, it is not cursed.
So you're not here for an apprenticeship, then, I expect, are you?
No, I am told you are quite well connected, and I need private use of a forge for some work that I would like to arrange rental of.
Private use for a forge. How much work are you planning to do?
It is not a large project, perhaps a few weeks.
I see. Well, I assume you've looked around.
That is why we are coming to you. It seems that everything is in short supply.
Aye, it is. That's true. It's a problem for everyone, I must admit. Adventurers and heroes are bound looking for weapons and whatnot. They're all being scooped up by the military presently. Uh, we are in short supply. And it's not just weapons either. They're forging most anything the military requires, everything from chariot wheels to hinges and whatnot, locks even. There's a lot of tinkerers in town. Well, we have some options. You could, right now you're looking at expense is your problem. It's the cost of the forge, you see. We could, I know some people, I suppose I could ask, perhaps get you a discount. What's in it for them if not for coin?
I would be amenable to taking a few private commissions while I have the space. You've seen the quality of my work.
I see. All right. We may have to operate this a little quietly, as some of the forge masters, they're under contract. They're not technically allowed to have other clients. There's a third option, though.
Which would be?
Well, you see, we could build a forge.
That is possible. How quickly could we construct one?
Well, have you ever built a forge before?
I have restored an old one I came across, but I have not built from nothing.
I see. Well, everything's going to be in short supply unless we build everything from first principles and primary materials. However, I can probably find you a place to do this, and if you're looking for somewhere quiet and out of the way, I assume that's what you're looking for.
That would be preferable.
I can probably broker you a nice spot somewhere just outside the undermarket. Or possibly in the grey roads is another option. There is a third option. The third option is that I allow you to set up shop in my basement here, which I must admit would be highly inconvenient for me. However, if we were to strike some sort of deal, perhaps it could be worth my while. It would offer you the convenience. And also the tavern and the arena are just 2 blocks from here.
Yes, I have seen the arena.
You have? Good. So, what do you say to that? If you prefer the Underdark option, well, that'll be cheaper, I expect, but less accessible, possibly more secretive, but I have my doubts, more or less the same. Different risks.
I have seen the level of security you have here, and I believe this would be the preferable option. However, it does depend on what you would be asking as compensation.
Well, as compensation, I suppose, there's a few things that might need some tinkering with. A few pieces might need to be made. Not entirely sure. Perhaps it could be managed on a hourly per week basis or something like that. So many hours or so many items. Not sure. How would you prefer to do that? Alternatively, you could offer me something like coin. I do accept coin.
I am perfectly happy to create a few things for you if you have specific requests.
Quick question, Lissa. Does Drizel know much about you?
I've been to see him a couple of times.
Does he know that you're a dragon? Does he know anything about that? But he knows you from the Burning Path. Does he know that you are on the counts of the Assembly of Princes?
I don't think we mentioned that yet.
Okay. Okay.
He might know through other sources, but I don't think it's come up in conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Why don't you both make perception checks?
Hey, I did not see you can do that.
That's a 16, but I will remind you that Cinder can see in magical darkness if that affects anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you said a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
30.
30. Okay. So you're aware of a figure sitting in the corner in the shadows, and your glance to the side is what attracts Cinder's glance, and then glance you do across, and then Cinder, you see that there's a halfling sitting on the stairs, and he seems to be paying a reasonable amount of attention to all of this, and he stands up and he comes out of the darkness, at which point you sort of think, it's weird that I noticed him just before he decided to come out of here. Did the fact that I noticed him make him come out, or was he going to come out before I noticed him? Which, these are questions. In any case, he does. And he sort of wombles over to where Drizel is. Cassivar, you have something? Yes, my lord, I do. Something you should know. He says, if our guests will forgive me just a moment, I must deliver our great lord a message. He goes across to Drizel and whispers in his ear. Either of you have any super hearing powers?
Lissa has stupidly high perception, but that's
Okay. Well, why don't you roll your perception?
I don't think I'm gonna roll. I'll roll, but I'm not expecting anything.
Fair.
$16 again.
It's for you, 16.
Yeah.
27.
27. Okay. Okay. So Lissa, yeah, okay, that's fair. Cinder, you probably can't really tell too much. You can sort of pick up a word here and there, but it's not enough to sort of put together a sentence or understand any kind of context. Whereas Lissa, you quite comfortably are able to tell what he says very clearly. And he leans into Drizel's ear and he says, she's from the Assembly of Princes in Dagdagail. She's connected to her. And what does he say? He says, her patron is a dragon. Drizel looks over at him. Is that true? I have it on good account, my lord. Why don't you sit down? Stop standing there like asses at a fair. Pull up a seat, you two.
Very well.
Thank you. Yes, it is true.
What? He cracks a smile after a moment of silence of, trying to um, slip out of the moment without anyone really noticing. But clearly that doesn't work. So he finally cracks a smile and he says, "Ah, you got us there. I see. Seems like it might be true. Seems like it might be. We are in the company of a great one." Well, I don't suppose you'll forgive my arrogance, perhaps my forwardness, my lady. You wouldn't happen to have some proof of the matter, would you?
Proof?
Aye.
What type of proof would you like?
Well, hard to say. Looking to know what manner of what language are you speaking common at present? Let's see. Does Drazael speak Draconic? Does Drazael speak Draconic? That's a great question. I need to ask myself
Yes.
every day. Oh, that's right. They changed the dice system. Probably not. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. He switches to Astorian, actually. That might work. He would speak that. And do you speak Astorian? Giant?
Giant, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so he's just taking a punt in the dark because he's figuring that if you're in any way related to dragons, there's a 50% chance that you are in some way kind of schooled up on giants too, because they kind of related to each other from the same period of time. Um, and he says, if it's true you're from one of the great lineages for the dragons, and this is in giant, you might have a sigil or a sign or a way to prove that.
Of course. And I'll stand up and I'll look around the room and see if there's space
Yep.
and pull out my wings.
Okay. Wow. All right. Why don't you make a do you want to make a performance, intimidation, or yeah, performance? Okay.
Performance. Let's see. Which one's higher?
I think you should
They're
have
both the same.
I think you should have advantage.
Vantage.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
18.
18. Okay. Drizael and Jurgen, yeah, they both go down on their knees, one following the other, and lowers his head. My lady, forgive me. Forgive our rudeness. He stands. Forgive me. Forgive me. You will, of course, have whichever forge you wish, if that is your request. You have in me an ally and a friend.
Well, thank you.
And I should like to introduce myself once more. You know me as Drizael. But out of game, I have to look something up. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. Sorry, just give me a second. Looking up the old laws. All right. He says, I'd like to introduce myself to you correctly. I am Drazael, Iron Fist, Ragnangar of Baranor Fane, and Prince of the Banakaya.
It's a
That would
pleasure to meet you.
that would explain the sigils I saw around the premises.
He looks at you. Oh, you noticed those, eh? You're a very well-informed young lad.
It is in order to hone my craft, I needed to do much study. Invariably, any study of blacksmithing will come back to the dwarves and the Banakaya.
Well, it is our honor to make your acquaintance. My home is open to you, my lady, and any servant of my lady is a friend of mine. He's assuming that you're a servant.
Cinder does not give a shit.
That's fair. He says, we can make provision for you to work here under the house if you wish. There is a space. Would you like to see it?
Please lead the way.
He takes you down. He stands up and leads you down the hallway and down some stairs, and you go past the halfling who steps out of your way. And you sense the halfling and follows you down behind. And it takes you down to this basement space, which is full of crates presently. And on the other side of the space, there's a set of double doors that appear to open out onto a little side street, like an alley. So you have an entrance here, which you can come and go from as you will. I like to place a guard there usually. I make my deliveries that way through here under normal circumstances. So there's that. However, if you come through here as a wee side door up these stairs, there's a short flight of stairs that go up to a side door, and in here it might be the real place you're looking for. And it's a large storage room. It's underground and it's made of stone. It's even deeper into the ground than the first area. I think it might be big enough. There's a fireplace here, so there's already ventilation for your forge.
Very well.
And we can make some modifications if required. I know some, well, people with, shall we say, skills we might need for reconstruction. Rapid reconstruction, I might add.
Of course.
If this works for you, you'd be welcome to make your space here, if it works. Otherwise, we can look elsewhere.
This will be perfect. Thank you.
Very well. Very well. I'll have Jurgen get you a key, and you can come and go through the back door as you will. I hope that works. Very well, very well. There is another thing I'd like to show you, Lady Alyssa. Perhaps while your friend makes himself acquainted with this new forge.
Okay.
So while you're checking out and probably measuring up the space for what you want to do with it.
I think with his skills, he's just like measuring everything by eye and mentally designing it. Like
Yep.
it's all going. He's designed. It looks like he's just standing there, but it's
He's
all
doing
happening up. It's like, yeah,
Tetris in his head.
pretty much.
Okay. All right. So you're doing that. Drazael, leaves you there and takes Lissa out, and so it's just you and the crates and the spiders. And so you have a couple of minutes while they wander off. And Lissa, he takes you deep into the house and down some other stairs, and he gets to this door where there's like a sigil in the door, and there's a hole in the sigil in the shape of a triangle. And he takes out a locket from under his shirt and flicks it open on a hinge and places the locket into the door, into the hole in the sigil on the door. And you just get a sense of there's like a very slight magical spark that seems to have been released. And the door unseals itself and it opens, and he pushes it open. He says, now, Lady Lissa, I'd like to show you my wee collection. And he walks you into this octagonal vault, which is on all sides surrounded by weapons racks and shields and armor and boxes of things, all kinds of artifacts, magical items. It's reminds you of the sort of stuff that Millmore Glass has in some ways, but it's more specific and kind of has a different kind of theme and tone to it. And some of it's a bit more random. Some of it looks like it's been acquired over a long period of time. And there's all sorts of things. And he will talk you through the various pieces and answer your questions. And out of game, I don't have like a list of things that I can just throw at you right now, but things can be invented for certain purposes as required. So in any case, he says to you, he tells you about it, and he shows you what's there, and this opens up some new possibilities for, if you need to borrow something or what have you. He's putting himself at your service. Yeah. I think this is the first time any player characters have ever gotten the better of Drazael.
This is the first time I've ever heard of anyone like finding out who the hell he actually is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
Exactly.
is wonderful, beautiful. Look at these swords.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Indeed. And he tells you the histories of some of them. I think a lot of this stuff is, in fact, I could tell you this in game. He says, much of these have been recovered from the Treaty of Vain Gate. You'll find most of this is dwarven, and I'm keeping it here at safekeeping for the Banakaya. Every once in a while, I have messengers and whatnot send things back home. But I live here in exile.
That is sad. Why are you in exile?
Oh, much by personal choice, as anything. The way the Ragnar and the hold on a second. The Kralls and Jarls, the Thanes and the Freygdias, the Skalds, they have taken to a kind of madness, if you ask me. Our people have been suffering for a long time. Do you know about that?
Out of game, would she know anything about it?
Out of game, I think all of your memories are from pre-Parkard, aren't they? Basically. So I'm going to say no. This is new to you. At the
No,
time,
I don't know anything.
At the time the Parkard stone hit the world, long ago, the dwarves of the Banakaya received a curse. All of our people, our species has diminished. Our children born as stone, many of them, most of them, Few survive. Few survive this curse. They take the stone children to the vaults of Dunboran. They bury them there. Our people have diminished threefold since those times, and fewer children are born alive now than ever. It seems to be getting worse. We keep these secrets to ourselves, milady. The dwarves do not speak of it. I would be seen as a traitor to speak to anyone but you of this, and I say that only because I know of your lineage. And we have reverence for that. Even
Do you
more.
think there's any way to break this curse?
Some have tried. I came here looking for answers myself. Long ago. I've all but given up. I've not found hide nor hair of an answer. There was one who came through who said he'd come close to an answer. But he seems to have been lost. Strangely, no one remembers his name. I'm not sure what to tell you, my lady. Come, let us wander back to your friend.
Well, I would like to help if I can give you any assistance.
Aye, aye. My best bet, he says, stopping and looking at you. He says, there is a city at the head of the rift of Parkard by the name of Gibora Nox. And it is there that I am told the stone of Parkard has come to rest. That city is filled with a kin they call the Dragonborn. They are unlike any other people in this world. They only live there, in this one place. Some believe that they were transformed by the stone, and that is how they got their appearance and their way. But I think they may have the answers. But few have made it that far and back. Only one small group I've ever met achieved that goal, and they brought back very little more than a barrel of dragon's breath. In any case, if you can find answers, I would be very grateful, but I do not know where to look except this is my one lead, Gabara Nox. There may be answers there. They say the priests among those dragonborn have some measure of wisdom. Perhaps not. I do not know whether they are of the metallic kind or the colored dragon's spawn. That could tip the balance of their assistance one way or the other, I suppose. I'm no expert. I can tell you that much.
Well, if my travels take me there, I will sure inquire for you, the dwarfs' stone children problem. See
We
what
have,
I can do
since
to
the
help with that.
Since the time of the curse, we've undergone 7. Is it 7? Let me just double check that. No, not 7. We have undergone a tradition we call the Hagra, where once we had 7 cities across the Banakire, now there are but 4. Over the millennia, the dwarves have migrated and left cities behind entirely vacated and empty, travelled through the Underdark to join with the other dwarven cities, as fewer and fewer of our dwarven cities hold. Now there are only 4, where once there was 7. Dangerous times. Well, in any case, you get to the door where Cinder is. And Cinder, you hear them coming, and they seem to be chatting away. You probably catch the last couple of words.
At a game, it occurs to me, isn't the name Gabura Nox in Draconic?
Yeah, probably is. Yeah.
So that would probably like perk Lissa's ears up.
In Draconic, the name
Mhm.
means strength night, as in nighttime, or strength in darkness. All right. Well, I hope I've been of some assistance.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much.
Once again, what's mine is yours, milady. I'm at your service. He goes down on one knee again.
You do not have to do that.
Ah, it's refreshing, my lady. It's a long time since I had someone to bow to. Close the old windows.
And in turn, she'll curtsy.
Very well, very well. If there's anything else you need. There's another
Sure,
advantage to setting up your forge here, lad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're only 2 blocks from the forge district. Haha, so if there's anything else you need, you can purchase it. Materials, supplies, tools, coal, all sorts.
That is a good point. I usually make my own tools, but there might be something specialized I don't have on hand. The other materials are also handy to have close by.
I see. Where did you find the adamantine, son?
I dug it up.
You dug it up. You dug it up. No, really. Where did you find it?
I do not lie. Lissa, you were there. Tell him.
He did.
So, is there any more?
There is some more. Are you interested?
Am I interested? Are you taking the piss, lad? Am I interested? Adamantine. Well, if you're looking to sell it, I can certainly put you in touch with the right people. And yes, I myself might be interested in some. Yes, yes.
At a game, didn't we say that Cinder is basically the only person who can actually work with it? Because it needs to be so stupid.
Yeah, because it has to be so hot. Yeah, yeah.
I suppose if you had a forged cleric, they get fire resistance and later fire immunity as well. But there's not going to be a lot of forged clerics.
You could, yeah. I mean, there's magic you could use to protect someone.
Yeah.
It would probably involve a team, though.
Yeah.
It would be a team effort.
I just look at Listen. You would need to negotiate with the lady, but I believe something could be arranged.
How much do you think we're talking about? What kind of supply is this? Are we talking about you found it on the back of a wagon? You say you dug it up.
It was underground. There was...
It's not a vein, is it?
There was the remnants of a mine.
Remnants of an adamantine mine? Oh.
Not very close to here.
Not very close to here. Are we talking, riding distance? Closer to the Banakaya or closer to here?
On the other side of the Banakai.
Oh my God. Beyond the Parkad, then.
It is in the south, very far to the south.
Am I to assume this is close to Dagdag Isle, given the circumstances?
That would be a reasonable assumption.
I see. So we'd need ships, then.
We have ways and means of transporting it faster.
You do?
It depends on the quantity you would be looking to obtain.
Well, what kind of quantities are options?
If you want it refined, I would need to personally oversee it. If you want ore, I would need to review the situation.
I see. Well, I can tell you that the dwarves of the Banakaya, they would be interested. The various Ragnangar and what have we. I'm sure there's many others that would like to purchase such. I mean, final products would be worth the most, I expect. But on the other hand, people like to know what it is they're getting in advance. They like to order things.
I'm quite certain we can come to some arrangement. But again, we would need to have some discussion on our end about what we are willing to offer for sale.
Very well, very well. Well, when you've had a chance to do that, do feel free to contact me about the matter. I am most imminently interested.
Very well. We will keep you apprised. There might need to be some discussion with Storm about the matter, though.
The Emperor?
We are acquainted with him.
I see. I see. Well, is it true that he likes a little bowl of milk once in a while?
At a game, is that true?
I don't know. It's definitely a rumor, though.
Yeah.
Just
I am quite certain I have only seen him do that once.
He wouldn't like that, I imagine. Well, very well. If there's anything else I can do for you in the meantime, you tell me. Otherwise, you have your key. And you'll find me here most days between morning and noon. Around noon, I tend to head to the clerk, to the Temple of Muradin. I spend some time there most days, perhaps an hour, usually in prayers and negotiations. I sometimes can be found at the tavern. Beyond that, the Broken Oak. Are you familiar?
I think the Bard has mentioned it on a few occasions.
Ah, yeah. And if not there, I may well be at the arena. So, in any case, that's the basis of my schedule. Things tend to rotate about those things. Yeah, there are breaks from time to time as things come up. You can imagine. That's me.
Very well, then.
Well, it has been an honor to serve you again, and to meet you again, should I say. And he offers you another meal if you want to stick around.
Cinder takes his cue from Lissa.
Uh, sure.
All right.
We haven't eaten yet.
All right. So you sit down and you have another meal, and it is a ridiculous meal. Um, he seems to he has a lot of servants, and they cook a lot of really good food, way more than he can eat by himself. But he always seems to have hot food on the ready, on the go, coming from the kitchen. It's just a constant stream, really. And if he doesn't eat it, Jaeger has a go at it, and you can make a perception check. Actually, this is going to be a perception check that's sort of, oh wow, I saw a natural 20 for 26
Yep.
and a 14 for 25. Okay. At the end of the meal, you overhear one of the servants talking to one of the other servants about taking the leftovers to the out to the poor. And it turns out you realize that all of this food's being cooked, but actually people assume that he's just a really bon vivant kind of um, greedy bastard, perhaps, but actually he's feeding a shitload of poor people with it by sneaking it out through the back door in packages. So it goes around. So some of it goes to the temple as offerings.
Yeah.
But yeah, he who everyone thinks, so everyone in Vangate pretty much assumes that Drazael is some kind of gangster. And you're pretty much the only people who have kind of gotten to see through that at this point. And it's kind of clear what his cover is now to you, I think. So that makes sense?
Wait, does that mean Catherine was also royalty?
Probably. Yeah.
Huh.
She probably just didn't realize it.
Yep. I can see that. All right then.
All right. So at some point, after dinner and things, I suppose you're gonna piss off somewhere. No doubt.
Yep.
Where would you like to go, or what would you like to do, or if you've got any more questions for Drazael, that's fine too. I'm happy to keep role playing. I just don't have any specifics to.
I don't. I think Cinder just kind of like makes small talk. The main thing is like he's just quietly taking mental measurements of things like Jurgen's axe, because he's still fully intending on compensating Drazael.
Right.
Even if Drazael he's like, oh no, I'm helping you because listen, Cinder's like, no, I agreed to pay. I'm going to pay you.
Right.
You're getting paid.
Cool,
I'm not taking
cool.
no for an answer.
Right. That's fair. And he will more than happily accept any gifts that you have for him.
Yeah.
And as this process goes on, as he gets to know you and trust you, he will probably give you the same tour that he gave Lissa. It's only that he had met Lissa and it turns out she's like, who she is.
Yeah, fair. I imagine that'll happen like down the line a bit.
Yeah.
Once he actually sees Cinder working and actually it's like, okay, yeah, no, he's not fucking around. This is a real deal.
Right. Another thing that came up in my brain is that at some point over the process of, because you're making armor for Claresca, right?
I kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, I think the armor itself would probably be made at the temple, just so that don't see anybody getting it out. No, so that nobody see, because I feel like it'd be a giveaway. It's like, hey, elven armor that's like suspiciously human proportioned and young adult sized. Who could that possibly be for?
Right. And I was going to say the other thing too is like when you're building armor, you probably need to okay, I've built the pauldron, does it fit? Okay, test it.
Yeah.
I've built this part of it, does it fit? Does it test it? So
I kind of imagine
her in all the time to.
Yeah, I think that bringing Claresca out of the temple on a regular basis is not a good idea.
No. You could
you
could build stuff here and then take it to the temple.
Yeah, I think I think he could be roughing things out. I think the main thing is as I said, he wanted a place to build a better set of tools. I think he might have actually stumbled onto some ancient styles of elven tools that just nobody has anymore.
Right.
So like some specially shaped hammers and whatnot, and he wants to quietly recreate those without much of an audience.
Right. Fair enough. Somewhere during the dinner, also I expect Drizael pops out some dragon's breath. Um, so if you care to partake, we can make con saves.
Oh, Cinder will absolutely partake, but I don't think it's going to do much to him. But let's see.
Give it a go.
No, I didn't do so well. Listen, remembers the last time.
That's only a 19.
You got a 19. What is Lissa drinking dragon's breath? No,
No,
she's not.
she's
Okay,
like, I
fair enough.
remember the last time I had it.
He's like, that's very surprising considering all the things I know. And you can see Drizael's getting a little bit drunk because he obviously trusts you because you've never seen him get drunk before. In fact, like out of character, none of your characters have seen him really get drunk before either. But he's seems to be relaxed and trusts you enough to actually do that in this case. And he sort of tells you some anecdotes and some stories, and you learn a few little tidbits here and there, details of things generally. And at some point, as the night's wearing on, and you're sort of thinking, oh, it's probably getting time to go. And he's like, at this point, probably because he's getting so drunk that he's starting to be a little bit not entirely incoherent, but a bit rambly. And he's like, wait, before you go, one last thing. I just thought of. You know the city, Vane Gate, whole place built by the historians long, long ago. I'm sure you know all of that, of course, of course. But what is in the ground here, beneath the city? No one, I think, has a true comprehension of it. Here lays beneath us the foundations, deep foundations of a true Asturian complex. Now, it might be, he slurs a little bit, somewhere in here. Could be a forge. You never know. Might be. Never mind, I've never heard of one.
That does seem likely. It is, given the Astorians' construction practices, seems quite plausible that one could have survived.
Precisely my point, lad. Precisely my point. If you're looking for something, anything, giant, it's probably here. It's just hidden. Probably with traps and monsters, but probably here.
Traps and monsters are not so difficult to deal with.
Well, I suppose you don't really need a giant forge.
It would be interesting.
It would be that. Probably full to the brim with all manner of... And he drifts off and starts snoring. Jurgen comes up behind you. Might be time for us to go.
I think so.
When your master recovers, please thank him for his hospitality on our behalf.
He just nods. All right. So he leads you back to the front gate. Oh wait, he says, will you be staying below tonight, or will you be leaving? Now that you
I
have a key.
I will be returning to my other responsibilities. I will need to finish planning out the outfitting and make arrangements, as
The
well as,
masters might have given you a key, but I would like to know your schedule.
of course, I fitting out a forge is not a small piece. I will need to see who can supply some of the parts I will need, and then once I have an outline of a plan, I will be in touch.
Very well. He leads you to the door. Shh. Throw you out on the street. Not quite. Very gently, in fact. And the guard at the gate that you saw earlier, he watches you leave. Good meeting, was it?
Yes.
Good, good. I'll remember your face for next time. Did you have a name, lad?
I am Cinder.
All right. Putting it away now.
And how should I address you?
You can call me Stalin.
Stalin. Very well.
All right. So, back out on the streets you go. What time did you get there? Do you know
It was like early evening.
early evening, so it's probably like 11 bells. Yeah, you probably hear the 11 bells going in the distance at the moment.
Should we find a carriage back?
Uh, yeah, but we'll have to inspect it really well. And then I'll explain to him what had happened the last time we were in the
Ah.
carriage.
All right. Hmm.
You make a perception check.
The 14 for me and a 26 for Alyssa.
Okay. All right. So, Cindy, you notice there's a few people on the street. Some of them look a little bit suspicious to you. Alyssa, you notice that there's some of the same people that are on the street here were on the street when you came in as well. And they seem to be in the same places, almost as if they're watching the entrance of Drizel's house. Cloaked figures sitting. Two of them appear to be, well, one of them appears to be a beggar. One of them has a stall. Another one's just sitting on some steps.
Those are the same people that were here when we entered.
One of them's a dwarf. The other two are humans.
Hmm. Well, it makes sense that he would be under observation. Anyway, let us return to our lodgings.
All right. So you are going to get a carriage?
Yep. Cinder's going to thoroughly inspect it to make sure it's not another mimic.
All right. So you have to walk for like 1 block to get to a main road where you can get a carriage from. Because the city's kind of 3 conical pyramids, if you like, and so you have to go down some stairs and get to a main road where there's carriages going past. And you hail a cab, so to speak, and you're going to inspect it, eh?
Yep.
All right, let's have an inspection check. Carriage inspection. Roll your carriage inspection. That's a stat, right?
I rolled
I got a
investigation.
14.
Investigation. You got a 14.
I got a
I wrote-
32.
Okay. It looks exactly like a carriage.
Hmm.
You're pretty sure it's a carriage. And the nightman, the carriage driver, he has a lantern on a stick that's sort of poking up out in the front, just hanging just sort of over the front of the horses, so the horses can see where they're going. And they've got blinkers on. And he gets down and opens the door up for you. Good evening, lady and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Where might you be traveling this fine evening?
Out of game. Do you remember, Christina, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it. I don't
Okay.
remember the gate's name.
And to Solanor Temple, please.
Solanor Temple it is. He very professionally does not ask you any questions about that, and ushers you into the cab and closes the door, and off you go, rattling away down the cobblestones, round the corners, down a steep ramp, till you get to the exit of this citadel, down into the Droob. You make a perception check as you're going through the Droob.
17.
17. Very nice.
22.
22. You both hear some sounds coming from over by the docks as you're going along in the carriage. You can't see out of the carriage very well. It doesn't have the best sort of windows. It's kind of it's covered and it's got like lattice work on the sides and curtains. But you hear some shouting coming from the dock side. And you hear like people running and things. And you see that there's I think with those dice, you probably noticed there's the Droob seems brighter than usual at night.
Hmm.
It doesn't
This
feel like
sounds-
moonlight.
Sounds like there's a commotion going over there, Cinder.
Cinder kind of peers out through the lattice work just to see if he can get a better sense of what's going on.
You think you can see that there is a ship on fire.
And there appears to be a ship on fire.
People are like trying to put it out. Lots of people running around fetching, I suppose they can get buckets straight out of the river, so that's not too hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have to. If it's on the dock, they probably can't just like reach down. They probably have to run to like a ramp or something.
Yeah, for sure. There's lots of running around and passing buckets and, all of that sort of stuff.
I know.
Fire protocols. There may even be somebody's like calling for a mage to come and put the fire out, and that kind of thing. In any case, your carriage is not going there, so you sort of go past that and wheel off up to Granaldea, and you head up to the temple district and arrive at the gates of the Daughters of Twilight. I suppose you probably go in through the back sally port and disembark from the carriage behind the walls of the Elven Temple.
Mm.
All right. As you're getting out of the carriage, you see a familiar figure, about 3 feet tall, cutting a beeline towards the gate.
Familiar halfling figure?
A familiar gnome figure.
Oh, a gnome figure.
Yes. A male gnome figure. 1 mil more glass. He hasn't seen you, but he's heading for the gate, like he's on his way somewhere.
Cinder is happy to leave him be.
All right. So he heads off, and you go back to the temple, to your chambers and whatnot. And you get yourselves behind closed doors. Now you are alone.
Okay, now that he's alone, Cinder's going to use Detect Magic and see if that ruby is magic at all or just a really nice ruby.
It is magic.
Hmm. What kind of magic is coming off it?
Some kind of strange, raw abjuration magic.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have Identify prepared, but he can switch it and cast it in the morning.
Okay. Can you do it as a ritual or anything?
He can, but so basically, so if you're a wizard,
You have to have it
you can
prepared
ritual
though.
cast. Wizards can ritual cast any ritual spell they know,
Mhm.
as long as they've got the spell book.
Right.
Everybody else has to prepare that spell. So he can do it as a ritual, but he
He
still
has
has
to
to prepare it
prepare.
first.
Okay.
So he doesn't have it prepared today, but he can prepare it in the morning.
Fair. Okay.
So we can like cut to the next morning, unless Christina wants
Yeah.
to do anything.
Unless you want to tell him about your meeting in the Octagon room or anything like that, or keep that to yourself, which is also fair.
It was told to her in trust, so I feel like Lissa is the type who would be keep mum until given permission otherwise.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So then I suppose you will go to sleep.
Hmm.
Um, or whatever it is that you are doing. Both of you actually do sleep, don't you?
Yes, no
Both
elves here.
both of these characters actually do sleep.
Yeah.
I see, I see. Okay. All right. So besides the sounds of the Daughters of Twilight going about their various rites, rituals, and performances, um, you awaken at the sound of the morning bells. Um, first sun and second sun, and you hear the sounds of the various groups of apprentices going about their business and moving to their, various trainings. There's a cohort of Daughters of Twilight practicing out in the field in the middle, in the main courtyard out the front of the temple, between the temple and the main gate, which is quite a big open courtyard there. Um, yeah, so all sorts of activity starts to rise as you awaken,
Hmm.
and you're going to cast this identify spell.
Yep. I'll ritual cast Identify on the ruby.
It's kind of a, I'll tell you what it is. It's a, what do you call it? Let's call it a gem of spell storing.
Hmm. And does it have any spells stored in it?
Yes, an abjuration spell, which I haven't thought of, but something. It's probably like a level 1 spell or something, or
I mean, absorb elements as abjuration feels kind of like it might fit.
yeah, all right, that works.
Okay. Interesting. I kind of feel like it wouldn't store as many spells as a
Like a
ring of
ring
spell
of spell
storing.
storing. Um, what does a ring of spell storing store? How many does that store?
Uh, total 5 combined levels.
Wow. Okay. I'll tell you what, roll a d4.
Yeah.
Given that you bought this basically because it was a ruby,
Hmm.
it's it's
2?
it's a free 2 spell slot ruby of spell storing.
I mean, Cinder's never going to use it because he's got access to actual rings of spell storing if he wants to.
Right.
But it's something that we could definitely, now that we know what it is, we could definitely make a profit on it or give it to one of our people.
Sure. You could also do something like attach it to another item, like you could embed it in a sword or something like that, or um, you know,
A
there are
sort of spell
options.
storing.
Yeah. Yeah. You could build an object of some description and just make that one of the decorations.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Possible.
good point. Actually, you know what he's going to do with it? He's going to put it in Claresca's armor.
I thought that might happen. Funnily
Yeah,
enough, that's what I would have done too.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right then. Okay. So that's all done. I mean, as far as um your investigation into the ruby.
Hmm.
what would you like to do with the rest of your day? Or would you like to skip forward in time and sort of go into a montage?
I mean, is there anything you would like to do, Christina?
Maybe slip out and have a fly.
Have a fly. Okay.
I
Is this
can
a,
show
Fly.
the world.
is this a day fly or a night fly?
The early morning.
An early morning fly. Oh, wow. Okay.
Early morning fly. Is Cinder awake early in the morning?
I think he'd
Probably.
be like up with the first sun. You
Okay.
could get him up earlier if you want to.
And what manner of flying are we planning here?
Just a little flying, dragon flying.
Are you like because are you using your wings or are you turning into a dragon?
I'll turn into a dragon
Turn into a
so
dragon?
she can transform and stretch her dragon wings out. And,
Is
you
Cinder
know,
coming for a ride?
if he wants to.
If he's
Yeah.
invited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come and
All right.
invite him.
So where are you going to launch this from? Because like if you just turn into a dragon, someone's going to go, "Oh
We
my
we
God,
have a
this
little we have a little hidden spot that we go to because Astra comes with her occasionally.
a hidden spot." My curiosity is like you're flying around Vangate, a highly populated city that has
It
lots
would
of
have the
people.
hidden spot would have to be reasonably far out of the city.
Would have to be out of the city. It would have to be beyond the woods or something like
Yeah,
that.
we've done this
Done this
Oh,
before.
before.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I remember because where she went to launch off to go and fly to the army.
Yeah, right. Sort of halfway down to Angkor. Okay, so you take horses, I suppose, to get to that spot,
Mhm.
and you ride down into the petaled lands and out to the forest where you find a nice secluded area, and you're able to transform into a dragon. All right. Do you see it as being like a kind of puff of smoke and a flash of light, or is it more of a kind of um, everything sort of bulges and bends and transforms physically, or how do you reckon that works?
Comes out of the mist.
Okay, so there's a flash of
A little mist.
okay.
Well, a lady needs her modesty, right? But I am kind of imagining like her silver elven chain actually becoming scales.
Right. That's cool. That could work. Yep. Felicity is happy with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cinder wouldn't look anyway, but she can have her mist.
Okay, so Cinder, she turns into a dragon, and I assume you climb on the back. And Lissa, you lift up off the ground and start flapping, and you fly up over the trees. How high are you?
I'm a dragon. I go as high as I want.
How high do you want to go?
Up over the trees and
Yeah,
just enjoy a nice flight.
okay. Do you fly around in circles? Are you flying back past the city? Are you flying out to the sea? Or are you flying around just in
Probably
the...
up around the sea where they can't see us.
Okay. All right. Okay. 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 I am gonna get a check for it's gonna have to be deception because I don't have anything else that's cleverer than that. Um, well, it could be stealth, actually. You can make a stealth check.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Yes. So good. Oh, never mind.
Yep. I don't think anybody sees her with a nat 20.
Well, okay then. All right. Very nice. So how long do you do this for? Is this like just for a couple of like an hour or a couple of hours or something?
Couple hours. She don't
Wow.
want to be out too much. She doesn't want to be seen.
Fair enough. So Cinder, do you think Cinder enjoys this little outing?
I think he's working on enjoying it. I think it's just like I think the problem is I think part of the problem is Cinder doesn't really allow himself to enjoy much in general.
So what is his thinking while he's riding around on a dragon?
Kind of like there's a certain amount of like, I hope I don't fall off. Okay, this is interesting being up this high. Yeah, you can see a lot from here. And I think he's just like at a certain point, it's just kind of like he just gets into a flow state and he's just watching the scenery go by down below.
Right. You certainly would both be aware, if not before, but definitely by now, that you could use this to do quite a lot of scouting. It'd be
Hmm.
an amazing way of scouting around very quickly. Um, and it's a shame. You know what? How about you make perception checks? That's a great idea.
24.
Nice.
14.
14. Okay. 14's probably not good enough, but 24 is. And Lissa, um, you see that up among the cliffs along the hills and the sort of there's a low range of mountains not too far from Vangate, um, to the south of the city. And as you fly along there, um, you fly over it, you see the light reflecting off a river that shines, that's running through a valley up there. And then you see there's like, as you're wheeling around, you think you see like an old tattered wooden set of palisades and like a fortress in the trees up on a hill overlooking the water. And there's like a broken trail that heads up there.
Oh, I'll
Uh, uh,
fly by and
get a bit closer. All
yeah,
right.
get a bit closer and have a little look-see.
As you get a bit closer, you think you can see a little bit of movement,
Ooh,
figures standing around. Do you want to make another stealth check?
let me see this.
I
16.
will I will flash of genius that.
Okay.
So
So,
that bumps it to a 20.
okay. Lissa, with your dragon eyes, you're able to sort of telescope in a little bit, and you can see these are orcs, and they have basically there's a group of them, like a small enough for a small village, hidden in the forest within like 30 spans of Vane Gate. Um, just hidden in there. Like, what the fuck are they doing there? How did they get there? What's all this about? It seems very out of place.
Cinder, there are orcs down there. Telling
Hmm.
mind to mind.
Huh? Hmm. Do you want to do something about it?
They're so close to the city. I wonder how they got there.
I imagine they walked or took wagons.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Ah,
Smarty.
should we land and investigate?
That sounds like a good idea.
All right. Where do you land? Do you land in the middle of the fortress?
Oh no. That would be like saying hello.
Exactly. So where do you land?
Um, Far enough away where they can't see us, but close enough where we can get to them.
Okay. So like within like an hour or something like that, or half an hour or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you wheel around looking for a good spot to land, and you find a bit of a clearing. It's just big enough for you to pop down in. And so you land amongst the trees, and you set foot back on the ground. Cinder, I expect, slides off the dragon.
I kind of imagine she lets me down first, and I keep watch while she transforms.
Okay. All right. Do you want to make a perception check, Cinder?
Too many trees, can't see anything with a 10.
10. Okay. All right. Very good. You're standing about. Lissa, you turn back into a person, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you have a general idea of where you think this place is. But you're in this clearing. What do you do?
Start heading towards them.
All right. Lissa, do you want to make a perception?
Stealthily.
Stealthily. Okay, so let's get a stealth check from both of you, and
Yeah.
Lissa can make a perception check as well.
Stealth 15.
Oh wait, no,
Perception.
do I have it? Hang on, double checking something.
Perception 23.
23. Wow. What was your
Yeah.
stealth?
Stealth was 18.
18. Okay. Perception 23.
And I got a 14 plus guidance adds. Okay, 15 with guidance.
For perception?
Stealth.
For stealth, right? 15. Okay.
Okay. Perception. Perception's a dirty 20.
Okay. All right. So as you're moving in this direction, you notice a couple of things. The first thing you notice is there seems to be something of a little bit of a trail over there that you're heading towards. And you can see that there's some wagon tracks, boot prints, that type of thing. The other thing that you notice is as you're getting closer to this trail, Lissa, you both got pretty high perception, didn't you? There is this green thread strung out between the trees, low on the ground, about a foot off the ground, just above the grass. I see that look on your face.
Point the string.
Did you say you pull the string?
No, I said avoid it.
Or you avoid the string? Okay. All right.
Could be a signal.
As you're moving around it, you notice at the very end of it, it's attached to a tree. It wraps around a tree, but there's also a little bell hanging there. Tiny little bell. Like way too small to make any real noise. Like it's just like a little ding-a-ling bell.
Clearly magic of some description.
I agree.
All right. Are you heading to the path? Are you going to go on the path? Are you going to follow the path? The path seems to, you think from what you saw in the air, this path leads to that fortress.
You said we were, what, like half an hour's walk away?
Yeah.
Might be best if we couldn't be seen.
Okay, I agree.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
All right.
Good.
Cloak. What? Okay. All right. So you're invisible, bloody blah. Okay. So you follow the path. That's relatively easy. And as you get up there and you get closer, you can see through the trees now. There are these big wooden palisades, and on the corners of what is, when I say it's a fortress, it's not a very big fortress. You can't imagine more than like 20 people, right? But you can smell it before you can see it, actually. And you can smell cooking, but you can also smell death, like corpses rotting, that kind of thing. Yes. So you see these wooden palisades through the trees, and then you see there's an orc sitting up on this tower on the corner. It looks like they have a bunch of javelins with them. They're like obviously a watchman or something like that. You can see there's a double gate made out of basically stripped logs with spikes on the top, sharpened points. All of the walls are entirely made out of just spiked wooden posts, basically strung together. tied tightly with thick rope. Even the rope itself looks coarse. And you get the impression you're starting to realize that some of the places where you've seen gaps in the tree line, now you're realizing that these trees have been cut down probably not that long ago. This place wouldn't be more than a few years old at the most.
So now that we can actually see some of the orcs up close, Cinder is looking at their tusks.
Okay. Yeah, they have red tusks. They have red paint on their tusks.
Red fangs.
You also notice at the back of this fort, there is a sort of high point where it comes back to the cliff line. And there's 3 posts there. And one of those posts, you see a giant bat chained to the post, and there's an orc there feeding it.
What do you want to do?
Investigate some more. I mean, they can't be here for anything good.
No, that seems unlikely.
All right. So still being stealthed and secrety and invisible, how do you go about investigating? You can get right up to the wall without too much trouble. And you can probably see through the cracks in the wall in places because it's, basically tied together logs. And so you can see inside the camp, and you can see that there are a number of large tents inside the camp. You can see there's a little stream of water running along through the bottom through a gutter. And you see an orc bending down with a ladle and scooping water out of this gutter and putting it into a pot. And then he takes it over to a cooking fire and is doing something over there. You can see that some of these orcs have red fangs and others don't. Not all of them appear to be red fangs.
Not all are red fangs.
Most likely servants or slaves.
That would make sense from what you're seeing.
Can we tell if they're how many are there and how heavily armed they are?
They do not. They look like they're in a state of general readiness, but they're certainly not on like high alert or anything like that. They have their guards, but they look quite complacent right now. Even, I mean, they are red fangs, so they are kind of somewhat elite orcs to start with. So they're not entirely complacent. They're only, you know what I'm getting at? Like they're just not expecting anything to happen. That's all. Why did that not work? Here we go. You count. One second. Oh, I don't have that book.
That's annoying.
Fuck. Yeah. No, not that. You can see at least 6 orcs that are armed that look like they could be worthy of a fight, if you like. There's probably another 6 to 10 who are less heavily armed and don't look like there'd be too much of a fight. You can tell a couple of them. How much have your characters, these particular characters, come across red fangs before?
Cinder was ambushed by them when he first got off the boat, when he was escaping from Barrack Isle.
Right. That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Just a bit.
Well, why don't you make a history check to see what I can tell you. Um,
I think I just know of them.
right,
I haven't
12.
encountered them.
12. Well, you can make a history check too, Lissa. You've got some specialized knowledge after all.
History.
Uh,
24.
Woof. Okay. Well, for whatever reason,
I've
you,
read about them.
yeah, I think you've read about them and you've learned about them. So you know that the Red Fangs are the servants of a death god called Shargas, who is like the god of shadows and sneaking around and trickery and evil and assassins and thieves and rogues and all of that kind of stuff. But you also notice that they have a couple of other sort of shamanistic or clericy type individuals here who look like they might be spellcasters.
Yes, I was thinking.
One of them has their hands are painted white, and you recognize that as what they tend to call the hand of Luthic. Luthic's one of their goddesses, and that's probably the healer. And there's another one that only has one eye, and you know that some of the orcs tear out one of their eyes, like Grumpsh, the one-eyed god Grumpsh. They call him an Eye of Grumpsh is the title that they have for those particular types of orcs. And then there is what have we got? Claw of Luthic, Eye of Grumpsh, and what does this one look like? 1 second. I'm gonna have a picture. Right, and so the other one looks like they look sick, diseased. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, this one is the one that has the white hand paint. What do they do then? Too thick. Yeah, anyway, so there's a couple of spellcasters by the looks of it. And just to be transparent, we have a Claw of Luthic, a Hand of Yertrus, and an Eye of Grumpsh. Those are their titles. Those are the three big wigs here. They appear to be the bosses.
Claw, hand, and eye. If you get a few more parts, you might have a whole person.
Yep. Yep. You are also aware that they are famous for flying on their giant bats.
It's aliens, and they don't think like we do.
In any case, if you're still wandering around, secretly looking through cracks and paying attention, the Hand of Yertrus, she comes out and goes over to where the fireplace is, and you notice that the fireplace is quite almost ritualized. Like it's not just a fireplace set up for the average camp just to make, food and what have you. They go over there with a sheet of leather and begin using it to make smoke signals.
Oh, that is not good.
They're clearly signaling someone with that.
Yes.
They spend about 5 to 10 minutes making those smoke signals, unless you do something. After which they stop.
I mean, No, I don't think well, don't know if that'd be in range anyway.
You make insight checks too.
Can I insight check the fire?
No, you can't insight check the fire. Cool story.
Aww.
I know. The fire, yeah, the fire is lying to you.
Oh, really?
23.
23 on your insight?
19.
19? Okay. The casual way in which this orc seems to be sending this particular smoke signal gives you the impression that it's a standard signal, like it's like they know this particular series of smoke signals so well that they clearly are not really even having to think about it that hard. They're not like relaying some complex instructions or something. You get the impression it's more like a
Check in.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like a check-in. You can have inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
It's good we did not interrupt that. However,
Yes.
it does imply that there are more bases around here that would need to be taken care of.
Yes. A good thing there's an army here.
Do you wish to take care of these?
You think we can handle these guys?
If there's an issue, I'm quite certain we can escape.
Okay.
So, would you like to roll initiative?
Oh, I can't see. There's a dice in the way.
I warn you, this is going to be rough and ready and theater of the mind. So,
No, fair enough.
It's fine.
there's a lot of combatants here. So, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to get confused at some point. So, you've been warned. All right.
Okay.
Lissa, what's your initiative?
I don't know. There was a dice in the way.
Oh, crap.
I know.
Cinder, have you got one yet?
Yeah, so I got a 16, Lissa got a 14.
16, Lissa got a 14. Okay, cool. All right. Very good. Okay, well, you're still outside the gate at this point, outside the wall. And just for your information, the back of this camp, there's a cliff, and then there's 3 walls. In the middle, the front wall has the gate. Each of the front 2 corners has a tower. And where the cliff is, there's a raised platform with the 3 posts at the back with the yes, the giant bats, yes.
Something very familiar about the description of this camp.
Isn't there? Isn't there?
Yes.
Almost as if they came back sometime later.
Funny that. All right. So, listen, it might be best if you were already in the air when we launch our assault. They'll probably send the bats after you, though.
So, Lissa, if you do that, you're going to need to use your dragon stat block.
No, because she's got her wings.
Oh, she's got her wings.
I got my wings.
Okay, all right. Cool. All right. I just thought you might be turning into a dragon. I wasn't sure what you're doing.
No.
Could turn into a dragon if you want to.
I got Nessie. I'll use Nessie for now.
Oh, fuck. Okay. These guys are in for a ride, aren't they?
Hey, so you said there was a guy standing on the wall by the outside?
Yeah, we got a guy in the watchtower.
There's actually you by this point you probably realize there's 2 people in each of the watchtowers.
Okay.
Yeah. The watchtowers also, they don't have roofs. They're just like they've got like a low, like a 1-foot spiked palisade around the edge of 3 of the walls and a ladder down the back.
How tall are these watchtowers?
20 feet.
And are they right up against the wall?
They're part of the wall.
Okay, cool.
Like
So
set into the corners.
Okay, so when we're ready to begin our assault, Cinder's going to go over to one of the just sit in front of one of the
Watchtowers.
watchtowers, and he is going to thorn whip one of the guys on the towers.
Okay. Roll. This is a surprise attack. So,
Yep, this is a surprise round. Yep.
okay. And the guy up there is a standard looking orc to you.
Yep. Red
Oh,
tusks.
he's a red fang. Yeah. He'd be
Yeah,
a red
basically, like Cinder's like not. Cinder's going to prioritize the ones that look like either red fangs or higher ups.
Okay. All right. Go hard. Roll to hit.
Okay. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And since he's got a bonus action and invisibility's gone now, he is going to Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith.
Bonus action adds +2 to his AC.
Okay. All right. So do you have a like is the thorn whip? Are you?
Oh
it's
yeah,
just,
Thorn Whip does damage. I forgot about that. So yeah.
does it have a pulling?
Oh yeah, it pulls. Yes, he's pulled 10 feet towards me. No save.
No save. Wow. Okay. So he comes flying off the roof.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a dex save to see if you can
Yeah.
avoid the palisades.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So yes, he manages to you pull him, but he jumps as well. Manages to avoid the palisades, but he comes flying over. He's going to fall 20 feet, so that's 2d6 worth of falling damage.
Plus the 11 from the Thorn Whip.
Right. Okay. So 11 plus, oh, not that bad. 14. Okay. He looks quite injured, and he's technically bloodied. All right. And at this point, have you broken your invisibility?
Yeah, because I attacked.
All right.
And then I cast another spell that was concentration, so it's double gone.
Okay, so he immediately cries out. The other guy on the tower cries out. Now we are technically in combat. So do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement?
Nope. I did mine. Cena, did you want to make a surprise attack or?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go. How high is the fence?
20. The fence itself, 12 feet.
12 feet. So I want to go up 12 feet and incinerate cloud the camp.
Oh, how big is that?
20 feet
Diameter or radius?
radius.
So that's 40
40
feet.
feet. Okay, cool. All right. What's the damage from that?
10d8.
10d8.
Okay, let me have a look.
It is shot through the cloud sprints. 10 fire damage. Failed save. Dexterity saving throws.
Yep. So basically, so it's 20-foot radius sphere, centered on a point within range, spreads around corners, and is heavily obscured. Lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it. When the cloud appears, each creature in it must make a dex save or take 10d8 fire damage on a failed save, half on a success.
What's
so that's
your
when it
DC?
appears. 18.
18? Okay. And I'll get you to roll your damage.
Yep. And then it's also a creature takes that damage again if they enter the cloud or end their turn there.
Okay.
29.
All right. Well, that incinerates a bunch of minor orcs and injures some others. So let me just apply some damage here.
And then I go back down to 10 feet.
Okay, so you're like under the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just pop up and then
We're back down.
okay. Let me do some more damage here. Whoop. All right. Okay. Well, that leaves a great deal of the base level orcs are just slaughtered pretty much, just straight up off the bat. You just killed like 6 orcs. and 2 others are injured. And so you both had your surprise attack now, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So you hear some running, shouting, and yelling, and people start heading in places, grabbing weapons, that kind of thing. Let me just go through this in order for myself, figure out what each of these people are going to do. Okay. I think it's gonna. You hear one of the orcs. Do either of you speak Orcan? No,
Not me.
neither of you.
Yeah,
You do?
I learned.
You've
Yeah,
got
I
it?
learned. Yeah,
Okay,
I got it.
so you hear the orc Claw of Luthic using guidance, to casting guidance on at least somebody else, in that turn, and yeah, you can hear running and that sort of thing. Cinder, it's your turn next.
Okay, right. So basically, Cinder's just gonna cast another spell
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of them, and he feels like they're gonna want to run up to him and wail on him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna cast Fire Shield.
Fire Shield. What does that do?
Okay, so basically the first thing is he sheds bright 10 feet of bright light, 10 feet of dim light.
Okay.
And if somebody within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, they take fire damage.
Okay, fair enough.
And
And you're
then bonus,
and you are
yeah,
still outside the gates at this point, right?
I am still outside the gates, yes.
Mhm.
And then bonus action, he's going to ignite his sword.
Okay. Cool. And is that your turn?
Yep, the beacons are lit.
The beacons are lit.
Mhm.
All right.
Basically, he's doing this whole "Hey, look at me" thing.
Right. Okay. Um. All right. What's your AC, Cinder?
21 currently.
Okay. 1, 2, 21. Okay. So a crossbow hits you. Crossbow bolt. For 6 points of damage.
Noted.
Another crossbow.
Turning.
Another crossbow. You hear a bowstring snap
Mm.
Okay.
with a natural 1. Okay. Then you can hear somebody running towards the back, climbing up the ladder at the back. You hear somebody start to. Listen, you can hear them talking about, do we open the gates? And someone says, no, hold the gates. In fact, Lissa, you can make another perception check. I'm only giving it to you because you're the one that speaks Orcan.
Perception. 18.
All right. One of the orcs says, call the bats. And then you hear whistles going, very high-pitched whistles. So high-pitched, in fact, that maybe even Cinder can't hear them.
Mm.
Message Cinder and telling the bats are coming.
Okay. You hear some more spells being cast from the other side. All right, a spear comes flying down towards you, Cinder, but it misses you with a 7. Thump. Lissa, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Nessie.
Okay.
So that will get rid of the incendiary cloud, just letting you know.
Incendiary cloud is in a concentration. It's
Uh,
verbal.
no, it's concentration. I'm looking at it.
Is it?
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Yeah, it's concentration. It's It's
I
got the
have-
C next to it.
Oh, does it? I missed it then.
Yeah, sorry, it's easy to miss, but yeah. But I mean,
Okay.
so basically so it's kind of like I don't think they're probably not going to run into it at this point though.
It's, I mean, it is,
Although
and it's also,
it's
it is obscuring the gate. It's stopping them from getting to the gate.
yeah,
So there's that. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what it's doing.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So Alyssa, what will you do?
Pop back up and see if I can see one of the head orcs and fire at them.
All right. Well,
Firebolt.
very good. Would you like to shoot at the Orc of Grumps? Or sorry, the Eye of Grumps, at one of the Red Fangs, or the Claw of Luthic?
That's the one with the white hand, the claw Luthic.
Actually, it's. Let me just double check. Sorry. Hand of Yurtrus. Yeah, the Hand of Yurtrus has the white hand. The Claw of Luthic they just have like bloodied claws.
Oh, I'll go after bloody claws.
All right, very good. So that is the Claw of Luthic. All right. Roll to hit. 22.
22.
That does hit. What are you hitting with?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay. Damage.
15.
15. Okay. Wow, that's a good firebolt. All right. So he takes that. Ah! Excellent. Do you have any other actions? Bonus actions?
Go back down.
Go back down. Okay, that's your movement. Excellent. All right. You can now hear two bats flying in from above. They don't have riders, they're just bats, and they come in and land up on that stand at the back. And you can see the red fangs, or you probably can't see them, to be fair, actually, because you're behind a wall. Okay. You hear a bat take off. You hear somebody else climbing one of the towers. Cinder, it's your turn.
Well, I got an orc in front of me.
Okay.
So basically, I would like to swing my sword at him.
Roll to hit.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That certainly hits.
Cool. So he takes 10 slashing and 8 fire damage.
8. Okay.
And then second attack.
I forgot he was in front of you. All right.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Ooh, nice. Max damage. That's 19 slashing damage and 5 fire damage.
Okay. Yep. All right. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna bonus action cast a spell. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
I may as well, right? I don't have a better bonus action.
Yeah. Why not?
Does a 25 hit?
Certainly does.
Cool. He takes another 5 force damage.
Okay. All right. So he's now bloodied. All right. Very good. That guy's busy. That guy's busy. The guy that you've just attacked, who is now bloodied, is going to hit you back.
Okay.
So the first thing he's going to do, let's see. All right, scimitars. First attack is natural 1. He smashes his scimitar across your armor or something, and it breaks.
Probably just like I block it with my sword, and just
Got it.
because my sword is adamantine, it just like
Shatters.
shears through.
Right, okay. And he looks at it like, what the fuck? And then using what's left of the scimitar, he tries to attack you again. This time he gets a 17, but that's probably not going to hit you.
Nope.
All right, very good. Does he have anything else? That is a recharge ability. Doesn't say anything about. It's probably an action. Doesn't say it's an action, but it should be.
Is it listed under actions?
It's yes, it is actually. Yes, that makes sense. Duh. All right. As a bonus action, he can disengage. So he might do that. And after disengaging, he will move 30 feet away from you towards the tree line, into the trees.
Okay.
To be fair, that's probably difficult terrain, so he probably only moves 15 feet away from you through the trees. Okay, and he's bloodied at this point. All right. The next entity is our Eye of Grumpsh. He is busy on the other side of the wall. Lissa, what are you doing?
How close are the bats to me?
The bats are like 60 feet away.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll go after my friendly friend.
Your friendly friend.
My friendly, not so friendly friend.
All right. Same as before.
Yep.
Okay, the Claw of Luthic.
Yep.
Okay.
You decide, should I hit him with another firebolt or
They are
yeah.
they've got half cover, so they've got a little bit more armor class this time.
Okay.
All right,
I'll hit him with another firebolt.
Roll to hit.
17.
He manages to just dodge back behind a palisade as it scorches next to his head. And he ducks back in behind. Do you have any other actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor?
I just go back down.
Let's go back down. Okay. All right. Now you hear the first of the bats flying towards you, this time with a rider upon it. Swoop, swoop, swoop. Okay, it's taking the dodge action as a bonus action. All right, so this red fang on a bat flies out over the wall. Lissa, are you visible? You are visible because you're not invisible or anything at this point, are you? Because you've been fighting. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to come and try and attack you. And as he comes swooping down and around towards you, he leaps from the giant bat as part of his action. This is a legendary action. And he is going to try and hit you with his sword. So he rolls a 20.
Ouch.
Does that hit?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It does if she doesn't shield.
Right. So you need to make
Shield.
you need to make a strength. Are you going to shield, eh? One of the spellcasters uses silvery barbs.
That's not going to help him.
It's not going to help him to make her. She's
silvery
shielding.
barbs isn't
Right,
going to
she's shielding.
cancel
It's not going to
shielding.
help. No, that's true. It's not, is it? What am I doing? You're quite right. What am I talking about? Okay. So he leaps off and he instead causes a massive explosion of damage on the ground next to where you were a moment ago. And as he does that, he then casts darkness in that immediate area as he lands there. He rolls back up to his feet. That's the first of his two. Actually, no, that's both of his actions. Okay. All right. So he doesn't get to do the second attack. All right.
Do I need to make a concentration?
No, you don't, because
damage
he
You
didn't
didn't
actually
take
hit
damage.
you. He didn't hit you.
Okay.
However, The next bat flies over the top and swoops in and tries to do the same thing. And he is going to come leaping off of his bat towards you as well. But he
Shield's still up.
does
Yeah, it
shield.
lasts until the start of your turn.
Wow. Okay. Well, he also misses. Goodness. All right. So he charges into the darkness. However, he can see through the darkness, and he will make his second attack for a 17.
Not with she still has shield.
Still has shield. Okay. All right. What's this do? Okay, so the claw of Luthic that is now has been injured a little bit already. Is climbing up onto the wall to jump over the wall. Cinder, it's your turn.
I run over and run into the darkness.
Okay. And you're going to attack that orc?
I am going to attack that orc, yes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to swing my sword at that orc.
Okay.
Okay, so actions 2 hit. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Does an 18 hit?
18, it does hit. I think. Just double check that. Yes, it does. Yep.
Okay, so the slashing damage is 14. The fire damage is another 5 on the first attack.
Yep. Just making sure I've got the right one. Yep. Okay, so sorry. Tell me again, damage total.
Sec. Why does it always go to the top? 14 slashing and 5 fire, 19 total.
19. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. He's bloodied. Excellent.
Second attack
Go on.
is a 22 to hit.
Go.
It's 14 slashing and 7 fire for 21 total.
Okay. Very good. Okay.
And bonus action, I'm going to call my spiritual weapon over and
Clock
use
him
that to
with
swing
that.
at him.
Okay, go on.
That's a nat 1,
Okay.
but it was with a spell.
You accidentally dismiss your spiritual weapon.
That's annoying. Oh well.
Yep.
Oops.
Okay. The third of the bats flies up higher. And you see them sort of circling at this point, trying to get a bead on what's going on. And then from above, they cast a dart down towards Lissa. 16. It's not going to hit you, is it, Lissa? No. Okay. How many attacks do I get? Oh, 2 darts. 2 darts. Get another attack. That's even worse. Okay, never mind. So two poison darts miss you, Lissa. How long does the halo or the fiery thing go for, the spell that you cast earlier?
1 minute.
A minute. Okay. And that okay.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is it actually I read the thing, it actually moves 10 feet away from her each round.
Oh, really? So it's moving through the camp.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
towards the back.
I think they're probably smart enough to try and get out of the way, but yeah, it is
for
moving.
sure. But it would also probably be decimating all their tents
Probably.
because it's fire, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So
It's like an 8th level spell or something like that.
setting fire.
Yeah, it is.
You're certainly setting fire to the camp. And I imagine that fire probably spreads. Okay, cool. That's definitely keeping everybody busy. Let's just say
We're sending up our own smoke signals now.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oops.
More friends to play with.
More friends to play with. True that.
Okay.
Okay. Can that be dispelled?
It can, but it's an 8th level spell.
So it'd be pretty fucking hard to dispel.
Basically, unless they want to use an 8th level spell slot to dispel it, they have to make a DC 18 spellcasting check.
Yeah, it sounds like a waste of a spell slot to me. Okay.
Yeah, and don't forget they're moving through it and out of it.
If they go into it, they take damage.
Okay. Hand of Yurtrus, now at the top of the wall, is gonna try and cast blindness on Lissa, and that is a Constitution saving throw.
Counterspell. Settle.
No, you already used your reaction, unfortunately.
Oh,
What did you use it
man.
for?
Shield.
A shield, right? You did. Oh, that's true. You have to save.
I have to save. What am I saving?
Constitution.
Ah, okay. 27.
What were you worried about? What were you worried? Constitution 27. How is that possible? Wow.
Because she rolled a 19 with a +8.
How do you get +8 for con?
I'm a +10.
Fuck me.
But
Jesus.
it's magic items and proficiency.
Right.
Like, okay, so the whole question of proficiency and saving throws, a long conversation. I'm probably not going to have right
No.
in the middle of the session, but
No.
we should discuss that at some point.
Right. Okay. All right. So that fails. You feel the blindness kind of flicker past you, and you shake it off immediately. And so, having failed at that, they toss a javelin in your direction.
Do they get to cast a spell and attack?
No, they do not. That's true. Okay, hand of Beatrice. Okay. Okay, so the injured red fang that you are in combat with. That's yeah. So he is going to attack you with his scimitar. First attack misses you. Oh fuck! I should have had bonus on that. Never mind. 22 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Yep.
who's he hitting?
Cinder.
Okay, yep. Okay, so
Yep.
he takes 3 fire damage.
Okay, you take 19 scimitar damage.
I'm also okay. I'm going to use a reaction as well.
Yep.
I need him to make a dex save.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, it's pretty ass. He takes another 5 fire damage.
It's not terrible.
Yep.
Okay.
5 on 3d10.
What was it?
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, Hellish Rebuke. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have our Eye of Grumps. He is using his aggressive bonus action to move up to his speed to a hostile creature. I can't really do that because I can't see you. He's going to cast Bless on one of his friends. 3 of his friends, in fact. Okay, Lissa, it's your turn.
I got one up close and personal, right?
Yep.
I'll use my ice sword. My ice. Yeah.
Skeksis. Gelflings.
Nope. I got a 10.
All
That's
right.
a nat 1.
There's a nat 1.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. $18.
18. Okay, keep that number. Keep that number. 18. Okay, so the next attack against you is going to have advantage because you slip. And because it's a sword, you roll a d6.
One.
Roll again.
A 5?
5. Okay, so you will also have disadvantage on the next attack. So he gets advantage on you, you get disadvantage on him for the next turn. Just for one attack, though. All right, do you have any more actions, bonus actions, movement, flavor, dialogue? Nope.
If I fly up, I get the opportunity attack
You
against
could
me.
always Misty Step.
I can lightning step, can I?
Lightning Step would also work. Oh wait, no, is that a? I think Lightning Step might be an action. Misty Step is a bonus action though.
Is it an action? It's off her necklace.
Yeah, it's still an
Still
action.
an action to activate it, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I can
can.
Misty Step.
Misty step out of the way.
All right, so you 30 feet, I assume. 50, I can't remember how far it is. 30
It's
feet, I think it's.
up to 30. You can do less
Yeah.
if you really want to, though.
Yeah,
I don't want to get too far from Cinder, so about 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay, you sort of heading towards Cinder, or are you staying near him, or
I'm staying near him.
how
Well,
far do you reckon
I mean,
you are from him when?
well, because he ran right up to where Lissa was when she got attacked.
Oh, okay, so you're only 15 feet away from him. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
If
sense.
that.
All right then. Okay, so the injured Red Fang, or one of the injured Red Fangs, who is still fighting Cinder, yeah. He's going to attack you. First attack misses. Second attack is a nat 20 for a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Come on, let me roll this. Do the thing. Oh, that's right. I've got to close the last roll.
Okay, well, because he hit me, at least.
25.
Okay, and he takes 3
3.
fire damage.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right.
3 seems to be your number.
I think the dice are stuck again. I'm gonna change dice.
Okay. Okay. The bat swoops down and lands behind the pair of you. And the bat is going to try and bite Lissa for 20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lissa had her turn. Yeah.
Take 8 damage.
Holy.
And then it's going to claw at you for a 22.
That gets me.
And that's another 9 damage. Actually, technically, it should have had advantage, but never mind. All right. The third Red Fang, which is flying around above, he's run out of darts, so he is going to swoop down, making a beeline for Cinder at this point. He comes into about 15 feet above you, and he leaps with his sword to make a big belting legendary action attack. Which fucking misses because he's lame. Why are they so bad? Okay. That's his first attack. So he lands, he does that. He takes his second attack as a 17.
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. The gates begin to open now. And the one with the white painted hands comes running out towards you. But instead of attacking you, they move to one of the red fangs and casts Cure Wounds for. Okay. All right. And do I have a bonus action? Not really. Okay. All right, Cinder, it's your turn.
Um, okay. Basically just the whichever guy I was fighting previously, I'm just going to keep fighting him.
All right. Very good.
So
That's the guy that she just healed.
okay, well basically it's just like I'm just going to yep. So War of Attrition.
Mm-hmm. Roll a hit. 29.
Yep.
Okay.
I changed dice, but they're really hard to read now.
Damage.
Yep.
I had a hand on it.
14.
Yeah, that's 14 slashing
Yep.
and 7 fire.
Okay.
Second attack is
30.
a 30 to hit. Yep.
Well, he's dead because he's got 3 hit points.
Okay.
How do you kill him?
I think basically just cleave down across his chest.
All right. You smash him. Very good.
Uh,
His
yep.
Yep. His bat's not very impressed by that, but yes.
And then move on to the next red fang, and I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon again.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
8 damage. Yep.
Okay. Very good.
These dice look cool, but they're just impossible to read. So now it's not my turn anymore. I'm going to change
Switch them again. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Bat is attacking you, Cinder. Okay, gets stuck, can't move, loses its turn. Stuck between the trees. Hand of Yurtress is going to cast Inflict Wounds on Cinder. This is a melee attack. Okay, so I need to hit you 19?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, bonus. How many attacks do I get?
Well, they cast a spell, so that's the
Right.
action.
Right. Okay. Bonus actions. No, okay. Very good. Next, Red Fang moves to follow you, is going to close and flank. Misses. First attack. Second attack. I just rolled 2 nat 20s. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise. You've been crit twice. Although the damage was not that amazing. 21.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. He takes 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Okay. Boof. He's not very happy about that.
Yeah, Cinder is not quite bloodied.
Okay. All right. So a spiritual weapon in the shape of a Orcan spear comes flying across at you. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Spiritual weapon does 1d8 for every level above second. Okay.
It's 1d8 for every second level, 2 levels above second. Are you looking at the right version?
I'm looking at the version on the stat block.
Okay, because my version is I have to cast it 4th level to get more damage.
When you cast this using a spell slot of 3rd or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 slots above second.
Yeah, so basically you have to do it. So you need to do an even number spell slot level in order to get good mileage.
Right. So that's probably going to be. Oh, stop that. No, stop it. Go on. Okay, so it's 4 damage.
Is the caster within 5 feet of me?
No.
Okay.
An actual spear comes flying at you for a 20 to hit.
Just misses.
Just misses? Okay, Lissa.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Nessie. Everybody's out of my incendiary cloud.
Okay, yep, the incendiary cloud. That cloud's probably moved through the whole camp now, and it's hit the back of the camp. So
Yeah.
it's pretty, I suppose it dissipates, or either that or it starts going up the cliff.
So I cast Nessie.
All right.
Nessie's gonna go after. Where is Nessie hiding? Nessie's gonna go after one of the red fangs that's
Okay.
on Cinder.
All right.
Oh, flanking.
Flanking, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ren attack. Yeah, I cast him at a 6th level, so that gives him what?
Hang on,
Three
let me
re-
just
3 Ren attacks?
should be. Let me just look up the spell.
I know it's normally 2.
Yeah, so basically it's half the spell's level rounded down. Okay. Yep, so it would be 3 attacks.
And the
rend
breath
is
weapon.
Yep, so it's 1d6 plus 10 on the breath weapon.
Okay.
On a hit.
6 plus 10.
So you got to hit first.
Okay.
But you do have advantage.
Oh, actually, I have disadvantage.
So you're rolling flat. Well, actually, no, because
21.
you have. Okay,
That's
no.
Ness. No, I did. This
you
is
have
Nessie.
disadvantage. Yeah, so Nessie has advantage, but you might get a crit.
Yeah, might as well try.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Might
in
as well
case.
try.
It doesn't hurt. Might hurt me.
17.
Okay,
All
so
right.
21.
In either case, that hits. Yep. All right. Bring the pain. 13.
13 plus
Okay.
what?
No, that's 13 damage total. That's correct.
That's it.
But then you
Okay.
get 2 more attacks and the breath attack.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
Yep.
15.
Okay, so he's dead.
Oh, we'll move on.
Nessie just scrags him.
Move
She
on
has-
to the next one.
She has to shake a bit of red fang off her claw.
His claw.
His claw. Okay. All right.
All right. Next one.
Yep.
Next red fang.
Okay, so this one doesn't have advantage though.
No. I can't tell what that is.
22.
There's a dice in the way.
22 hits.
Okay.
12.
12.
Okay. Very good.
And breath attack.
Uh-oh.
Dex save from.
Dex
Oh,
save.
yeah, deck save.
Well,
Oops.
they'll. No. It's fine, Christina, because even on a successful save, they still take half damage.
Okay, so the save was a 15.
Okay, that's a fail. So he
Nope.
takes 6.
7.
7?
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like 7.
It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay.
So, however, probably get more than one while avoiding cinder.
We'll get one of the bats.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Next.
That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right, very good. So giant bat moves, attacks you, Cinder, because he likes the taste of you. 10's not going to hit you.
Nope.
But a natural 20 does.
Okay.
That's my 4th crit on you, I think. I think
Yeah.
I need to change my dice.
Well, he takes 9 fire damage from hitting me.
Okay, and you take 21 damage from the bite.
Cinder is
Ouch.
definitely bloodied at this point.
Okay, his
All
next
right.
attack is a claw. Claw is a miss. Okay, Red Fang is dead. Next bat goes for Nessie. That's a 17 to hit Nessie.
Hang on, let's see. So
Yep.
AC would be 20.
Oh, really? So it's a miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Claw on Nessie. Oh my God, another natural 20. 25 to hit. So Nessie's taking a crit for 12 damage. Okay. The next Red Fang. Now there were 3. One's dead. Just double check. Two are dead. So the last of the Red Fangs. Do we know where he is? I'm trying to place everybody.
I
Trying
think
to
they
keep
were
track
all
of
3
everybody.
were in close.
They're all getting in close. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually, because they all attacked you at one point or
Yep.
another. Okay, so
They
he's
were.
guess he's going to attack you. He's got a bat with him.
Didn't he jump off his bat and miss?
Yeah, but the
Hmm.
bat also landed and then
Okay,
attacked
yeah.
you.
Okay, yeah. Fair.
Um, in any case, okay, that's a 20 to hit. It's just a flaccid 20.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, just misses.
Okay, second attack. That's 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit, and he takes 9 fire damage.
Okay, wow. You take 14 scimitar damage. Okay, very good. That's his turn. Claw of Luthic charges up to. Are you on the ground, Lissa?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so she's going to come and charge up to you and attack you with her claws. She rolls a 23.
Ouch.
Okay, so that does 9 points of slashing damage. Her next attack is a 22. I assume that hits
Yep,
too.
that gets. Yep.
Okay, that does another 9 points of slashing damage. So that's 18 altogether from that turn. Okay.
Got it.
Cinder.
Yep. I still got a red fang in my face, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, basically
And a
just
couple of bats.
okay. Well,
You've got a red fang and 2 bats triangulating you.
yeah. Red Fang just kind of feels like the bigger threat right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
So just going to swing. Can I get flanking on this Red Fang with Nessie, or is Nessie somewhere else?
Too far.
Okay, fair. That's
Nessie was right.
20. Yep, 25 to hit.
25. Yep.
Okay, so that is 15 slashing
Yep.
Oh,
and
cool.
7 fire.
7 fire. Okay, he's bloodied. Next.
Second attack
Yep.
is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
That does 17 slashing
Wow.
and 7 fire.
Wow. Okay.
And because I summoned my spiritual weapon again, 13 is gonna miss.
Yeah. All right.
Yep, that's me.
All right. Giant bat attacking Cinder. Rolls a flaccid 20.
Misses.
Misses. Claw attack. Rolls a 9. Okay, never mind. Hand of Yurtress is attacking. Hang on, that was the Claw of Luthicus on you. Okay, Hand of Yurtress. She's gonna do. Okay, she comes charging out to attack Nessie with inflict wounds and misses. Red Fang is dead. I've Grumps is inside. He has got a spiritual weapon, no, so he's already got that in action. So he attacks with that. That's a 17. It misses, I assume.
Yep.
Because it's a spiritual weapon, he still gets to do something else. So he will throw a javelin, which misses. Lissa.
Yes, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Cinder
Okay.
because he's looking kind of
Uh,
beaten up there.
Yeah, well, better Cinder getting beaten up than you.
All right. Where's my Cure Wounds? I
I
had
don't
it
know.
in my
Sounds
There it
discriminatory
is.
to me.
Cure Wounds.
Oh, that's a lot of
against
dice.
discriminating against tieflings. 29.
29.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's a good heal.
There. That should help
Thanks.
you out.
Yep,
You're
still bloodied,
welcome.
but like basically doubled my hit points.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
good. All right.
What else you
Nessie's
got?
turn.
Mm-hmm.
Roll the hit. Ren. 22.
Yes.
Who am I after? The one that just clogged me.
Right. So that would be the Hand of Yurtrus. No, that would be the Orc Claw of Luthic. Go on.
And damage. 11.
Okay. They're bloodied.
15.
Meets no, wait. Yes, hits.
14.
Okay. Ugh. Very bloodied. Anything else? Nessie's
Yeah.
up next. 18.
18.
That hits.
14.
They're dead.
Okay.
Oof.
And the
Okay.
breath attack.
Right. So you can
And
turn
the
your
breath attack.
So you're going to do the breath attack on. You can do 2 of the giant bats in one breath attack if you want, or you can aim it somewhere
Yes.
else. Yep. Bats.
2 with the bats.
Okay.
And Cinder can just duck.
So they make dex saves, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So first dex save fails, second dex save fails.
Oh, they get a whole 3 point. 3.
That's terrible.
I know.
That
It's
was
only a 2d6. +1.
I don't know why you're getting a +1
3.
on that, but yeah. It's not a lot of damage, but it's like, hey, it's not take up
It's-
your attacks. Yeah, every point of damage counts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything
There's
counts.
there's been more than one time when I've been like still kicking on 1 hit point.
All right. One of the bats attacks Cinder, 22.
Yep, that'll hit. Let's see.
6 damage.
Okay, and just a sec, let me find it. And they take 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, the next attack is a claw. That misses. Next bat attack is a miss. And the next attack is a 19?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. There's one elite red fang still chomping. Okay, he is going to use his action. He's going to use cunning action to disengage. Then he's going to use his action to get on one of the bats and lift off the ground. That. Yeah. Okay. So Cinder, it's your turn.
How far away is the guy that just got on the bat?
10 feet.
Thorn whip.
All right. Roll to hit.
Hang on. find it, sorry.
Hmm.
25.
Okay. So you pull him off the bat, I assume.
Yep, so he takes 6 piercing damage and he is no longer on the bat.
He doesn't get a save or anything.
Nope, that's Thorn Whip for you. It's
Yeah.
Artificers and Druids are the only ones who can cast it, with very few exceptions.
Wow.
Technically, Warlocks can get it, but why would they take it in most cases?
Fair.
And then bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Is he prone? Because he fell 10 feet.
I'll make a dex save to see if he's prone. Nah, he lands on his feet.
Okay, still. That's a 19 to hit with the Spiritual Weapon,
Hits.
and 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Very good. All right, so that bat that he just got pulled off moves at you for a bite attack.
Yep.
That's a flaccid 20.
Nope.
Nope.
21.
21. Okay. Claw attack is a miss. Hand of Yurtress. 18 to hit. Lissa.
Yes.
That hits. Oh,
Good time to shield.
Yes.
you want a shield?
Shield.
Okay, it
Yeah.
misses. Very good. How many of these does she get? Oh, why did I just open another tab?
That button.
No, that's it. Okay. He's dead. I have Grumsh. Right, spiritual weapon is attacking Cinder for a 20.
Nope, needs to hit 21.
21. Okay. He charges in. Now the spiritual weapon is a
Bonus action.
bonus action and it's a second level spell, right?
Yep.
So can I cast another spell while it's running?
Yeah, it's not concentration in this version.
Okay, so he's gonna cast command on you.
Yep.
So that is a wisdom save.
Nope.
No?
I automatically save because I'm holding my weapon. I'm immune to charm.
Jesus. He looks shocked. All right, Lissa, it's your turn.
My turn. Okay, what do I have? What's alive?
What's alive? There is, going from the bottom of my list, there is 1, 2 giant bats, Eye of Grumpsh, Hand of Yurtress, another bat, and a red Fang who is still alive.
Okay, what's closest to me? Or on Cinder?
You can get to the red Fang, you can get to the two of 3 bats, you can get to the Hand of Yurtress.
Are the bats semi together?
They're kind of triangulated around Cinder,
Okay.
and they're
That
doing
one would be out.
they're doing a little shuffle dance so that they can all get advantage using their movement to just slide around and create lines of attack.
Ew, that's not nice.
So
How
they
many
go
are the bats?
3.
3? Well, I was gonna try something, but Cinder's like right there in the middle.
Never stopped you
Okay.
before.
I mean, you could always run in, grab Cinder, and lightning step out to get all the bats.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that.
All
That's a
right.
good idea.
Damn.
Thanks for the idea. Let's lightning step in.
You should give him your inspiration for. All right, so you're going to go in and lightning step out. I assume they're making
Yep.
deck saves against lightning damage, are they?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Dex.
Giant bat, deck save, first
Oh, I
bat,
hate that button.
fail, fail, extreme fail. They totally were not expecting that. So you zap 3 bats.
Roll your
Right.
damage.
How much
As soon
damage?
as I find it again. I hit a button. I got these buttons on the side of this mouse. And hit it.
I have that same problem. I've got a gamer mouse that's got these weird extra buttons on it that I could program, but I can't be fucked. So every time I touch
You
them,
keep hitting it.
yeah, by
I'm about
accident.
ready to toss
Yeah.
it. There it
So
is.
okay, how much?
Damage is
21.
21.
Ooh, pretty good. Okay, 21 damage to this
And that's to
bat.
each bat.
Yeah. 21. 21. Okay, done. None of them are bloodied yet. They're
And
tough.
then we got Nessie.
All right, Nessie, bring it on.
Nessie. Who is Nessie gonna go after? Now we got Cinder safe. Or out of the way.
Yeah. How far away did you go? Did you move like 30 feet from the bats when you lightning stepped?
Right? She can go further if she wants. Lightning step's a little different.
Okay.
It's up to 90 feet.
Wow. I've never even seen this spell.
Well, because we homebrewed it for Lissa.
Ah,
It's
okay.
based on Thunderstep.
Oh, okay. When did we do this?
Oh, this was a while
When we
ago.
made my necklace, a softer necklace of Ezreal's necklace.
That's right. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Have you ever used it before?
No, that's
I
the
think
first time.
Wow. Okay, well, that's okay, cool.
It's Nessie's turn.
Mhm.
Let's go after one of the orcs.
One of the orcs. Eye of
Or-
Grumps, Hand of Yetris, or Claw of Ulithic, or the last of the Red Fangs.
The eye one. That sounds
right.
interesting.
All right, the Eye of Grumps.
The eye. There he is. Roll the hit. 23.
Yep, that certainly gets past his ringmail and his shield.
16.
16 damage. Yep, taken. What else you got? He laughs at your 16 damage.
16 to hit.
That hits.
He laughs, huh? 16 damage.
You rolled a 16 to hit, a 16 damage, another 16 to hit, and another 16 damage. Wow.
Hey, Russ,
Okay.
Russ.
He's bloodied now.
16, 16, 16,
Oh!
16, 16.
We're in a simulation.
So that's what Christina, that's the thing in the game. No Man's Sky 16, just
Yeah.
recurring over and over again.
Yes. Okay, so he's bloodied now. Do you have any other attacks? Breath
Yeah.
weapon?
Another rend attack.
Oh, another rend attack.
19.
Nine, that hits.
And then breath.
16
Another
damage.
16.
He dead. He's dead now.
He's dead.
You just totaled him.
Mm.
All right.
All right, let's go after the bats again.
All right, back on the bats. First bat, an injured bat or or a less injured bat? There's
Let's
a
go
bloodied
for
bat and there's an injured bat.
Well,
It's
it's a
not bloodied.
cone.
It's a cone? All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Is this a dex?
Dex save, yeah.
Okay. 16. Is that a fail? No.
DC
That's a
18.
fail.
Okay. And the other one
That's a
rolls
fail.
19. So one takes
That
half, one
one.
takes full.
8.
8. Okay.
You'd think
He
breath
takes the
attack
full.
would be stronger.
Wouldn't you? I guess
You
it's a
gotta
draconic
remember-
spirit.
It's
And you just
it's
did
a summon creature, yeah.
And you just did like 4 attacks before that.
3.
3. Okay. 3. Fine. All right, Lissa, what else you got? That's Nessie.
That's Nessie.
And that's you.
Nessie's done.
All
That's
right,
it.
so one of the bats turns to bite Nessie. With a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Yep, I
Nessie,
get you.
you take a total of 3 points of damage. That was pathetic. Then there's a 17 to hit with a claw.
20.
Flat misses. Okay. Then we have another bat attacking Cinder. That's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
That's 6 damage.
Bat takes 3 damage.
Okay. And the claw attack is a miss. Elite Red Fang charges to Lissa, attacking Lissa with a scimitar. That is a 20.
Oh, that hits.
That hits. That does 14 damage.
Owie.
Second attack. On a second attack, however, what are you've got your ice sword still in your hand? Yeah, okay. He goes to hit you and you block with your ice sword and break his blade, much the way Cinder did earlier. He rolled a natural 1.
I freeze it, and it
Okay.
goes shatters.
Nice. Okay. Cinder, it's your turn.
Well, I circle around this Red Fang that's just run up to attack Lissa, and I'm gonna get flanking on him.
Okay.
So attacking him with my sword is a 28 to hit.
Yep.
14 slashing.
He's dead.
Yeah. Then immediately basically look around to see what enemies are still present.
Right. Bat, Hand of Yurtrus, bat, which is bloodied, and another bat. So 3 bats and a Hand of Yurtrus.
I'm going to run up to Hand of Yurtrus.
Hand of Yurtrus, Hand of Yurtrus. All right, go.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. Yep. Damage.
That's slashing damage, and then another 8 fire damage.
Total.
Hang on, sorry, just trying to get the dice log. It's fighting me. There we go. 22 damage total.
Me too. Okay.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Spiritual weapon.
Roll to hit.
Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
11 force damage.
Dead.
Just when the final hit goes in, I just say to them, I will send you directly to Acheron.
What language do you say that in?
Infernal.
Okay, so they're probably not going to actually get it. But all right.
They probably get what the fuck is that language and something about Acheron.
Acheron. I mean, yeah, maybe it depends because
I think I don't know. I feel like the name would be the same in different languages.
Maybe like New Zealand in Chinese is Xinxilan. You know, like
right. But the thing is, I feel like given that Acheron and the Nine Hells are basically adjacent, I think the names would be relatively close.
Fair enough. Anyway, in either case, you may never know.
I don't expect to know.
Okay, is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Bat attacking you.
Yep.
A 16 misses.
Yep.
Claw misses. Yurtrus is dead. Red Fang is dead. Grumps is dead. Lissa.
I'll go after one of our lovely bats.
Well, at this point, we have, how many bats do we have? We still have 3 bats. Yeah. Okay. You can go with A, B, or C.
C, I guess.
All right.
I still have disadvantage?
That was just a one-off.
Yeah, no, you're fine now. You're good now.
I'm fine?
In fact, if you wanted to, you could flank with Cinder.
Okay, flank with Cinder.
Mm-hmm. You move to flank. You roll a 21.
121.
Oh, you can't flank with a firebolt.
Oh, I
Uh,
can't blink.
No, because Firebolt is ranged.
Yeah, it has to be
Oh,
a melee attack. But you can still roll a 21 if it was just I don't know, what did you roll? Did you roll it with advantage?
She
Didn't
rolled
do
it with
Mhm.
advantage, but
Oh,
yeah.
you did. Okay. All right, roll again. Just unless you want to make, well, you can't really. It's too late. You have to choose if you're doing ranged or not. Either case, you have to
so
roll again.
what can I do?
If you want to flank, you can attack with the sword. If you want to attack a Firebolt, you can't flank.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, go with the sword.
All right.
Okay, so roll that with advantage. Oh, she got 2 20s.
Well, fuck. Okay.
That
Crit.
was 2 crits.
Give me your crit damage, please.
Crit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah. 18 damage.
18.
Woof. Okay. That bat is bloodied. That's a bloodied bat. Okay. Next
And now
attack.
we got Nessie.
Oh no,
Only
yeah,
gets
Nessie's
one.
attacks.
Okay.
Nessie. Nessie's attack. Go after the same bat.
All right. 11.
Oh, 11.
Wasn't
No.
a nat one at least.
No.
All right,
That
next
has-
attack.
Yep.
25.
Certainly hits.
16.
All right. Chunk. That bat looks like it's barely on its last legs.
27.
Yep. Can you do 3 damage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
12.
That bat's out for the count. All right. You got more attacks. There's 2 more bats.
Got cone breath attack.
Okay. You can do both of them. All right. So I'm doing dex saves for 2 bats. First bat, it rolls a 12. Second bat rolls a 15. They both do not save. Damage is
6.
6. Okay. 6 damage to you and 6 damage to this guy. Okay, now the last bat is also bloodied. So now you're fighting 2 bloodied bats. 2 bloodied bats. Okay, that seems to be your turn, I think.
Yep.
Okay. One of the bats turns on Nessie, attacks Nessie, missing. Claw, misses. Cinder,
Yep.
your turn.
So can I get flanking on that bat with Nessie?
Yep.
It's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 18 slashing damage.
Okay, that bat's dead.
Okay. And then, so how many bats left after that?
There's 1 bat left after that.
Okay. Turn to the remaining bat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 16 slashing,
Mm-hmm.
6 fire, total of 22.
Okay. Yep.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 11 damage.
He dead. Everyone dead.
I think Cinder just kind of plants his sword in his ground and just kind of leans on it a little bit. That was intense.
Yes, it was.
Come, we should investigate what remains of this camp.
All right. So, investigating the camp, you discover the tents. Well, some of the tents have burned down now, and some of the contents of the tents have burned down now too. However, at the back of the camp, there's a cave, and the cave has like a wicker cage door on it,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. If you want to make a perception check, you can. 20, 30, 31.
It's a that's the third nat 20 she's rolled in a row.
Wow. Rude.
Uh, yeah, now I'm on the receiving end of it, considering what I was like yet last night.
Right. Okay, so you are aware that behind that cage, somewhere lurking at the back of that cave, there is two, maybe even three large, bloated looking orc-like creatures festering with sores and grotesque appearance. Um, from what you can see, they're chained up at the back of the cage.
Hmm.
Ignoring that, if you search the camp, you'll find a number of scrolls, ciphers, a chest of gold with quite a lot of gold in it, like about 700 gold. Um, you may find some minor magical items, some potions, stuff like that.
Mm.
You find a couple of pouches of Skagen blood.
Mm.
Um, some maps, some war plans, all written in ciphered Orcan. So not easy to break. You find a couple of scrolls that look like they might have been stolen from someone or somewhere.
Do we recognize the language those scrolls are in?
Sure, they're Alvin, I think.
Hmm. Cinder
And
just hands those off to Lissa.
in fact, they might be a combination of different things, which is what makes you think they're stolen, because like one's an Alvin, one's an Abyssal, um, one's in something else. I don't know. But yeah,
Dwarvish?
yeah, sure, Dwarvish sounds good. So you get the impression they've been thieved and collected.
Like spell scrolls or information scrolls?
Spell scrolls, actual
Okay.
spell scrolls. Yeah. I haven't worked out what they're going to be because this was
Fair?
on the fly.
Yeah.
What else? Do you remember what you found last time you came here in that other campaign?
Oh god, that was so long ago. I remember the main thing that the main thing I remember we found
No,
was the chest of gold, because you were like, "Oh,
you had to bury it.
there's no way
Right,
you could carry it." And
right, and you found a
orc
way.
barbarian,
Right,
just
right.
like it's like I can carry that.
I was like, what? Oh my God. Yeah, we did the maths and he could. I was like, oh, for fun's sake. Okay. So you thieved a stupid amount of gold and then you ended up burying it somewhere in the hills, didn't you?
Yeah, well, because it's like we buried it because we couldn't transport it on the horses. He could carry it, but the horse couldn't.
How could the
You
horse
couldn't
carry?
break it,
He's stronger than the
divide,
horse.
Well, they were just trying.
divide it up.
Well,
It
the
was too
problem is
much to divide.
the
Oh,
chest would contain it, but we didn't have any other way.
It
Whereas
was a
now we've got
big
bags of
chest.
holding.
True. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so a bunch of stuff. Some of it I'm sure you can hand off to people like Millmore and the temple.
I think basically a lot of it, like we'll just like you hand off to the temple.
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try and think of any specifics over the next week, to tell you if there's anything really especially special. But you do, I think why don't we make an investigation check each?
Sure, now I get a crit. 34.
Oh,
Okay.
nice dragon.
Nice dragon.
I didn't realize that set did a dragon.
Got a 13. So
13.
I didn't do very good.
All right. Well, 13, Lissa. I think you're mostly sort of getting the layout of the camp and what have you, and you realize how far it is, and you're sort of thinking, well, these guys must have been sent here to spy on Vane Gate. And you can't, I think it's pretty clear to you that they were using the bats to fly out and across the landscape around here and spy on people, maybe even kidnap people from time to time, that kind of thing. Cinder with a 34.
Natural 20 for 34.
Okay. You find not only like a smoke signal code, like the a list of actual smoke signals and what they mean. Um, from from what you can tell, there must be at least two other camps around here somewhere, because you can see notes and things, and you can sort of. I'm sort of generalizing and inferring here heavily, but the overall impression is that you get the feeling there's two or three camps around here, and they can't be that far away because they must be able to see the smoke signals. Um, you are able to conclude that this one seems to be probably one of the secondary ones. If you're guessing this is not the command control center.
Mm.
This seems to be the Orcan Empire's extended, or maybe even overextended, behind enemy lines kind of secret camp, if you hadn't already figured that much out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any other information that you think you might have learned?
I mean, basically, it's just like he's more looking for information on logistics because even if mortal armies operate a bit differently than like fiendish ones, the fundamentals of troop movements and whatnot are still the same. So he's like looking through the records, trying to piece together as much as he can about their operation through the stuff they don't even realize gives away things.
They have okay. You're able to figure out that they probably came out from the Angor Mark disguised. Some of them would have been disguised as members of the mercenary company.
The yeah, I know the
On the tip of my tongue.
they're out of the Four Shields.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I
Morg Vanchu.
Morgan Chu, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Morg Vanchu. So they have close ties with the Morg Vanchu. In fact, they may even be writing where they're sending messages to the Morg Vanchu via the Four Shields Tavern.
Hmm.
So they're clearly sending people into town.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I think the other thing he's trying to get is like basically just from between the lines, he's trying to get a sense of the number of combat troops they have.
In the vicinity.
Yeah, in the vicinity, yeah.
Okay. Probably no more than about 35 or 40.
Mm-hmm.
Not including the Morg Vanchu, though. They have their own mercenary group in town.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, to be fair, you probably find logistics on them too, to some degree.
Okay.
And you would say they probably could pull together another 100. So probably somewhere between 120 and 130 total troops. Let's say that.
Okay. Cinder would, pass on anything interesting he finds to Lissa.
Okay. All right. Well, shall we wrap it up? Do you go back to Vane Gate at some point?
I think Cinder probably takes a bit of a rest because he took a bit of a beating, but yeah, I think he would.
Yeah,
After
after a rest.
yeah, I think it probably takes us a while to go through the camp as well.
So you go through the camp, take a short rest, have a bit of a sit down and a snack. You find they have lots of camp supplies, but it's orc food. You don't really want to eat that. You don't even trust it.
Yeah.
You find a bag. You find a bag of ears. Snack ears. It's like we might eat corn chips. They have ears. Yeah. All right. So after you have your rest, you can do your short rest and get some hit points back if you need to or whatever. And then eventually, I assume, are you going to fly back to town? You can certainly fly back to the place where you took off from.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I'll get a last stealth check for that.
Okie dokie. Hopefully it'll work out.
I'm gonna flash of genius that as well.
Okay.
17.
All right. So you flash it up to 20?
21.
21. Okay. All right. Very good. You do not believe that you have been seen by anybody. And you eventually get back to the thing, land secretly. Your horses are still there, nicely tied up and happy to see you. So I imagine you give them a nice pat and a carrot or such. And
And we
then,
got to inform the army of what we found.
right, so you ride back to the city. All right. And we can probably leave it there because we've gone like 46 minutes past our
Yeah.
official time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm quite tired.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, hopefully that was some fun, even if it was,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. You'd think I'd been drinking or something. My face is all red. I don't know why. Is that just the light? I don't know. Hmm.
I saw your Facebook thing.
My Facebook thing? What did I put on Facebook? All sorts of trash on
Your
Facebook.
live.
Oh,
Your
right,
Facebook
right.
Live.
That
Yeah,
video.
your Facebook. Yeah, you're live.
I was just bitching
Test,
for.
test.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That was.
Yeah, I didn't see the other one. I missed it. I saw
Yeah.
the test one.
Cool. Well, hit me up and we can talk shit on Facebook sometime. That'd be hilarious.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentleman.
Uh,
Well, thank you.
And yeah, we'll stop our recording.